I know.
Beatmaster's a Swiss man.
Beatmaster's awesome.
From Sweden?
Yeah.
Oh.
And he will literally show up. It's 4 a.m. there. He will show up.
Let's get him on.
He did talk about going to... He wants to be on an episode. I don't...
Yeah. Did he see Saw 2? Or 1?
I don't know.
No, he's probably one of the bassists for Hostel, though.
The bassist or a bassist?
Yes, a bassist for the band Hostel.
A Swedish metal band called Hostel, and he plays bass.
Oh.
We are Hostel and we are here to fuck you.
I really want to hear him say that.
I will pay good, not American money to hear him say that.
I will pay you Swiss francs or hot dogs. Germans paying hot dogs, right?
Which are also francs.
Francs, yeah.
Yeah. Swiss francs or German frankfurters? No?
It was okay.
No, I mean, it wasn't my best work.
I would just stick to the other accents you do.
Which ones do I do? I like that. I like the none are good. None are good. Yeah, so you're hearing a foreign voice, and he just blasted his knee on my desk.
Yeah, it hurt.
This is the man, the myth, the legend, Randy Fitzsimmons.
Hello.
I just wanted the awkward silence there.
Say more? Or?
No.
The world doesn't respond.
Randy's a really good friend of mine. He's an ACW superstar, I guess.
I guess you could say superstar.
I feel like if you aren't on the ACW roster, you're called a superstar because it's like getting a participation award.
Okay.
Everyone just is equal.
Yeah,
it's
sure.
Equal plane. So because Randy's here, I got to remember to not call you by your real name.
Yes.
But I'm forced to hold my microphone like a fucking plebe so he could get up in here.
Yes.
He's half on my chair. He's pissed about his seating arrangement.
Yeah, I'm gonna steal like a.
He's
chair.
literally. You're taking.
What? He's got a futon back here. You could have rolled that up to the desk, and we could have both been on the futon. But
there's still time.
I gotta sit on this hard steel chair.
We can still do it.
Podcast of dust mites.
A fucking soon-to-be convicted felon slept on that. That is true story.
Cool.
No, I was not happy about that. I didn't know that when he was here.
Stephen Avery?
No, I mean, we're not far from that.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I can say his name, but he did fornicate with someone under the age of 18.
Michael Jackson.
Yeah. Yeah, I was a little boys. Michael Jackson used to sleep here, guys. The old...
There it is. Neverland Ranch is what we call it.
You just call the futon Neverland Ranch?
That's what you told me it was called.
Oh, shit. Jig is
No,
up.
he said it was Never Tell Ranch.
Never Tell Ranch. Oh, man. What if that... Okay. I got a product idea here. Never Tell Ranch. It's a ranch dressing that is full of drugs that make you forget everything.
So it's like a roofie
It's
for your salad.
It's roofie.
I definitely need to forget any time that I've eaten ranch dressing.
Forget the ranch.
So girls, don't take salads from Matt if it's got ranch on it.
Blue cheese is fine.
Yeah, if it's got whatever Western sauce on it, you're fine.
Randy's got to eat that mic. He's got to get that way up in the mustache. He's
a nice southwestern sauce.
He's on a little distant.
Oh, that's a good way to start a show. So I've been drinking for a couple hours already.
Here's where the audience gives a collective, "Oh, really?"
Yeah, no one's surprised. I think there's at least 2 interventions coming via email, pod@gncast.com. But yeah, we're gonna eventually talk about Saw 1 and 2. But before we do that, I want to talk about Randy.
Okay.
Randy. I know I've mentioned ACW on here, and I surely have mentioned you. I guess I'll fucking talk about whatever you want to talk about here.
What? You're like leading me up to something, and then you just stopped.
Yeah, it's called Blue Balls.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the interview Blue Balls.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I mean, I have no specific questions. The preparation I've done for this episode is drink.
Okay.
And watch the movies
Saw
4 weeks ago.
And I fell asleep during some of that.
Yeah,
as
but
well.
you've seen him before. So
I've
this-
seen him before. Yeah.
the reason we watched these was not for you and I. It was for your wife.
True.
There was nacho cheese involved in booze, so naturally we all took a little saw nap.
We were sawing logs.
Just one of us was sawing logs. But on the plus side, last weekend I was at Days of the Dead in Chicago, and next year they announced Tobin Bell and Shawnee Smith are going to be there. So I think we're going to have a little outing to that. At least
Yeah.
you and I. And
For sure.
Yeah. You like drinking PBRs outside?
I do enjoy drinking PBRs. They could be inside or outside.
Yeah, you're fucking already. Did I show you the picture of my shorts?
No.
Corey, I told you about my shorts, right?
No.
Oh my god. Okay.
Please tell me they're like 70s Jack Tripper style shorts, just like that come right above the ball.
He
No.
cut the balls out, I think.
Oh, Jesus, where's it? So, Mike's closer, or Randy's closer. Oh God, someone beeped
Oh,
that
there
out
we
in
go.
post. I gotta find the picture. There's a bus. It was like the zombies party bus, and
Like the band, the Zombies,
no,
like from the '60s.
oh, I was thinking of the Cranberries when you said that.
She'd be a zombie too.
She
at
is
this
a
point.
zombie. I can't. It was the Zombie Army like promotions or some shit, and they have a party bus, and it was playing Slayer, and I started running, and I jumped. Let's see if I can. I jumped, and I ripped my shorts from the waistband all the way down to the knee,
So was that like
and then just had
from
built-in air conditioning.
the friction from your thighs rubbing together, or just
think
the
it was-
power of your legs bursting through your
they-
shorts?
They were hanging a little low, and they were on their last leg, and then I just extended too much, and just so I jumped, and then I heard the tear, and I had an audible "oh no," and then I fell into a bush.
Wow.
Yeah, and then I just stopped caring. But my favorite part is I went to pee in a urinal, and I actually went to unzip my shorts. And I was like, why do I need to do this? My entire dick is out.
Those shorts were like convertibles now.
I
Like that would be like convertible shorts.
Oh, you're not wrong, but I miss those shorts. I just want to know the person from housekeeping that like picked them up off of the garbage
Well, you didn't
can.
take them home with you.
No, and someone was upset I didn't, but I just balled them up, put them in the tiny garbage can, and you know that housekeeping was like, "What the fuck?"
What happened here last
Like all we saw were two guys going in and out. They partied. There's a lot of turkey on the floor too.
And ranch sauce.
Forget me ranch. We were totally going somewhere before I talked about my shorts.
PBR.
PBR. Oh yeah. So if you want to drink PBR outside, you're in.
Where? Here or
It's
just...
down in Chicago.
Okay.
Yeah. Rosemont, technically.
Rosemont. Beautiful Rosemont.
At the Crown Plaza, which has a floor 13, which most hotels
Interesting.
don't.
Do they have a pool?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and a girl got really drunk and wandered into a freezer and died, like 2 years ago. Yeah.
Is that in the brochure?
Wow.
No, we found the video on the internet, but Alfredo tried to tell us that the freezer didn't exist anymore. I call bullshit.
That's cold.
Cold-blooded.
Do you think it was a Saw style trap? Do you think she wasn't intending to go in there and then some fucking puppet came out and I don't know.
Could have happened.
No, I appreciate the effort, but no. Drink your iced tea. Sip it.
I am drinking my iced tea.
Yeah, put it in your mouth. Put it in your mouth.
What is ACW?
It is it is a local wrestling organization based out of Oshkosh, Wisconsin.
Agora chair wrestling?
I don't know.
Agoraphobic chair wrestling.
Chair wrestling. What does ACW even stand for?
All-Star Championship Wrestling.
That's pretty fucking entitled.
Yeah.
You know, it's like we're fucking all stars. So first of all, we're better than you, and we're champions. You
I
know,
was once a champion, so I got that going for me.
Tag team champion of Oshkosh.
And I was a cruiserweight.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Them-
I was the king of the cruiserweights for WPW
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
See, that was before I was going.
before your time.
Yeah.
It's owned by former WWE superstar Hornswoggle. I don't know if anybody cares.
We have 7 people that listen.
Okay.
Maybe 2.
the longest signed midget wrestler for the WWE ever. 10 years.
Usually when I bring it up, I'm like, yeah, the midget from WWE, and they're like, can you say midget?
He prefers midget.
Probably. He's called me a derogatory term, which
yes,
he can get away with because he's a midget.
Yeah.
And in rebellion, I've brought this Truly to drink because
that's for him, and it's green too.
Yeah, I'm gonna get so goddamn unruly drinking this Truly, Hornswoggle. You can suck my dick.
Ooh.
He's not gonna listen to this.
You know, he's not gonna suck your dick either.
No, he couldn't reach it. He's too short.
He can get way closer, dick.
I'm gonna give him a phone book to stand on.
Have at it, kid.
Oh goddamn that dumbass Erica. No, I'm not. I don't have any claws in this house.
Where did you see that at?
Right here's the YouTube chat.
Oh,
so Erica likes to send me White Claw memes almost as bad as your wife does.
Okay.
But we got this 12-pack of Truly because my wife wanted the lemon ones and she's drank 0. So
she's not getting unruly.
No. She doesn't know how to get unruly. I can't keep my chair still. I'm just
you know
like scooting all over the place.
Whose chair is still mine, the one that's steel and no wheels.
It's not on wheels. You're watching the video. This is probably highly entertaining. Like, why do adults do these things?
How long does this podcast usually go? Like 3 to 4 hours?
As long as until we stop.
Okay.
Last week was 3 hours.
Oh, okay. Good thing I don't have to work in the morning.
I have to go for a half day, and then we're going to a baseball game with CDW. So I have to drink at noon tomorrow.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah.
T-Rats?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That was... Yeah, and I do generally take pee breaks. So if you have to pee, just you know where the bathroom is.
Go, yeah. Well,
yeah.
I know it's downstairs, so I'll just.
My wife is
working out.
My wife is downstairs working out, and Randy
off.
just wants to do nothing but go watch her.
You should warn him that the toilet is also stationary.
It's not gonna roll away.
Well, it should be stationary. Have you?
It is. It is steel though, also, which is odd.
Yeah. Have you ever been peeing? You sit pee. And you're playing on your phone and you just start peeing everywhere?
I've never sat down to pee.
Never?
No.
Even if you go in the... Okay. Corey, do you ever sit when you pee?
I only sit when I pee.
Okay. So I sit when I pee if it's in the middle of the night because my aim is already shot.
Okay. See, at that point, like if my aim was that bad, I would just pee in the tub.
I don't hate that.
It's not a bad idea.
There's sometimes when my wife is not home, I will just pee in the shower. I'll just slide the door open and just kick back, max and relaxing.
But yeah, I've never peed sitting down.
Huh. All right. If I have like
business, I'm a goddamn man.
No, is that your bulldozer voice?
I eat my jerky and I stand when I pee.
He also doesn't know the difference between an antelope and a cantaloupe. Inside joke that I really want to explain because my wife has seen this man's penis.
Not mine.
No, not Randy's yet. Which she
bound to happen.
She could only hope she could see that fucking saber you're slinging.
That hog.
Yeah, that
big
old beefy hog. Another wrestler my wife received dick pics from does not know the difference between antelope and cantaloupe.
Yes.
And Randy had made a shirt that is this man riding an antelope made out of cantaloupe.
Yes. One of my better works.
So goddamn good. I want that shirt.
And when you say riding, after the penis reference.
Sorry, my dog's just doing weird stuff. No, he's just sitting on it, but he looks like he might be in pain.
It was from a picture I cut up like a wrestling picture of him getting kicked or something. It was the only one I could find him standing.
Yeah.
Or like in a sitting motion. But
it was great. I lobbied to put his wrestling sticker on our lawnmower, and I was told no.
What?
Yeah, I feel like that's the best place for it.
Yeah. Oh well. I can't believe you paid for that.
I paid for it just so I could tell him that I was married to Alyssa.
Okay.
And see his face just turn bright red.
Yeah. How'd that go for you?
I fucking got a good cheap laugh out of it.
I might have been sitting next to him. That was at the
wrestling con. Right? Yes.
So I was probably sitting next to him.
Probably. That was before I knew you.
Yeah. I was just the cool dude sitting, probably just ignoring you.
Just. I think he said it like this.
I'm Randy.
Yeah, I did show Erica the cantaloupe antelope.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Her and I hung out in Chicago at that True Crime Podcast Festival, or as I like to call it, the Introvert Festival.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
True crime.
Mm-hmm. I think.
And because I'm paying attention, what does WPW stand for?
What?
WPW.
WPW is Wisconsin Professional Wrestling.
Does that still exist?
Yes, it does.
It does. Okay.
They're based out of De Pere, Wisconsin, Green Bay area.
Oh.
But I'm mainly out of Oshkosh at ACW.
But how have I never heard of WPW?
I don't know. I've been, I used to be pretty frequent on their shows, and I'm not anymore.
That is kind of weird that Matt, born, raised, always lived in Wisconsin, is your target audience and doesn't know about the Wisconsin wrestling.
Yeah.
Well, so
here's what I'll tell you. There's a lot of feds in Wisconsin, all over the
federations,
state.
not
federation.
Feds. Yeah.
But yeah, it's I don't know how to explain it, but there's each sector of the state has their own little.
Right. There's a couple in Milwaukee.
Yep.
There's like the Insane Championship Wrestling.
There's ICW and BCW, which
not
is Brew City.
Not to be confused with ICP.
And then there's one out in like La Crosse, which is RCCW.
Oh damn! Is there one like towards Eau Claire?
That's kind of the one out by La Crosse. They run that whole side of the state. And then there's one up in like the UP area, up north.
Up north.
Up north. Yeah.
Which that means nothing to anyone because I don't think we have any Wisconsin listeners.
Oh, okay. On the northern part of the state, up north.
Yeah, so you know how Wisconsin is a glove, and then it has a hat, and that's the uppers of Michigan. Thanks, bud. And then Corey's in the bottoms of Michigan.
Where it actually looks like a glove?
Corey's in mainland Michigan.
Oh, you're in the mainland. Okay.
Yeah, he used to be in California, and then he moved to mainland Michigan.
saying.
Viva la hamster.
Are they Dutch in Michigan?
We do have Dutch out here.
Holland, Michigan.
Yeah, Holland, Michigan.
Yeah. I guess New Holland, that's a brewery. Everything comes back to beer.
Saying, is that even Dutch?
No, that's German.
Okay, because that's what what's her face says on.
It's Deutsch.
Yeah, Deutsch.
Oh, Deutschland.
Yes.
Nine.
Yeah.
But then we have a lot of German stuff out here too.
See.
It's this is the melting pot. I mean, this is really it's strange how diverse Michigan is while also being terrible.
Sorry, someone just texted me a Simpsons question.
Okay, let's answer it. Put it on the thing.
I can't fucking do that other than holding my phone up. In the B Sharps, who got kicked out? Wiggum or Skinner?
Isn't it Wiggum?
I'm pretty sure it's Wiggum. He got replaced with Barney. Yes, because it's Wiggum forever, Barney never. Okay. Thanks, fam. I got to put the mic between my titties so I can respond. You can't carry the fucking show for 3 minutes.
Oh, hey, yeah.
It fell out of my boob crevice.
Hey, when is my next ACW show, Matt? Is it September 6th?
Yes, it is.
September 6th, Oshkosh, Wisconsin.
Do you not? I was going to say, do you not have it in August? But it was last weekend, and you weren't there, and I was in Chicago. Yeah. September 6th at the Oshkosh Masonic Center. Randy Fitzsimmons, swinging dick.
Me and Willie Wild and Randy.
September
6th. Be there.
I'll be there.
I feel like I should be picking up my phone too because that's what's making this show the most interesting.
I'm confirming dates.
Trying to get fucking people to come listen.
Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Pew Pew Fits.
Pew pew. Yeah, there's September 6th,
and then October
5th, which I'm in a wedding, so I can't go to that one.
That's Night of the Legends. That's at the Menominee Nation Arena, and we have superstars coming.
Is
Million Dollar Man.
Is what you mentioned confirmed?
No, it's not happening.
Okay, never mind.
$1 Million Man, Tatanka, Rock and Roll Express, Jimmy Hart.
Yep, both of
We'll all be there.
Yeah, I'm really upset I have to miss that one.
And so will Randy Fitzsimmons.
I was trying to figure out how to Zach Morris the wedding.
You know what we can do? What if we find like a mannequin? And stand it next to
I'm pretty sure they would figure out it's not me when I'm not drunk.
We'll just
get a drunk mannequin.
A robot.
Ooh, drunk mannequin.
Just fill one full of Schlitz. I'm sure that's possible.
No, they'd be like, he's drinking Schlitz. Wow, that's fucking.
That's not a douchey, pretentious beer.
It is when Matt drinks it.
Yeah, Randy's right.
It's not it's not in a fancy can or got some cool name.
Yeah, I gotta.
You got a FedEx app. That's cool.
You don't want to waste a good beer in a stand-in, though.
A lot of booze. I mean, pickles. I gotta check in my beer before I forget.
So are we on the tubes right now?
Yeah, We're live. We've been recording for 20 minutes.
I could
Actually, the show. I want you to understand.
You
This
can.
is the show. The level of professionalism that
Oh.
you were getting from this is far and above. I mean, we are world championship podcast to tear.
Yeah,
This
we were
is WCPOT,
Right.
Yeah.
World Championship Podcast of Terror. How do I find this on the book? Do I just go to Podcast of Terror?
on Facebook.
Yeah.
I can send you the YouTube link.
Do you?
Corey, how do I use a computer?
Is this you guys?
Oh, excuse me. Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna give you guys a like here.
Oh, cool. We're so active on.
Yeah. Why is the
Facebook.
YouTube not? New Blair Witch game is coming.
Yeah.
July 29th.
Because I'm the only one who posts to the webpage.
Corey, I don't want to freak you out, but Randy Fitzsimmons likes podcast here.
Hey, send me the YouTube's link to this, and I'll see if we can get some people.
Yeah. Does that mean we're actually going to get up to 8 listeners finally?
That would be a treat right there.
Yeah, right. Daddy's got to buy a new.
You
pair of
guys like
shoes.
Veronica Mars?
I don't. I think Corey might though.
I love
Absolutely.
Corey, have you watched Nosferatu yet?
I watched the first couple episodes.
What did you? Because Randy recently watched it too, and I'm on like episode 9. So let's talk about this.
I'm only like probably 3 episodes in because I was watching it as it was airing live. Aaron seemed into it. I found it was moving a little bit slow for me.
I don't disagree with you.
I like the Charlie Minx. He's a pretty cool dude.
Yeah, Zachary Quinto.
Yeah, he's like my dude, man. I'd say if I had to say if I ever had a dude, it'd be him.
Go on.
He's just a cool dude.
You just because he's a cool dude. That's
yeah,
it.
I think he's a cool
Okay.
dude.
All right. All right.
Like if I had to be like, yeah, he's a cool dude, I'd be like, yeah.
Cool dude, not unattractive,
Really fucks.
talented, shows up in a lot of horror stuff.
Movies, he's spocking them.
Yeah.
I like him.
Okay, I can see that. I really liked him in Heroes.
Yeah, he was cool as shit.
I watched 2 episodes of Heroes, so
Yeah, he didn't miss much.
spoiler alert.
No.
Don't ruin it for me.
Whatever happened to that cheerleader?
Milo Ventimiglia is a pretty cool dude. Also, I would just say he's a cool dude.
Who?
Milo Ventimiglia,
Who is also from Heroes.
also in Heroes.
Is it the Chinaman?
No, that's the guy
No.
that talks like out of the corner of his mouth.
And he's on This Is Us. He was Rocky's son.
Oh, that's not this guy, right? Milo Yiannopoulos.
I don't know who that is.
He's a commentator who looks like he's got a touch of the tar brush. Milo Oh wow, just put in a V. Oh yeah. Look at this stupid fucking mustache he has. He looks like he's kind of smells like a
But
weird
see,
fart.
You look at how he talks out of the corner of his mouth. It looks
I
like he had a
know.
stroke.
Corey, let me see it. How do we do this?
Can you angle the
Screen
computer
share.
screen?
Nope. We just got to do this. Look at that.
That is seductive.
Yeah. I'm not gonna send it to live because fuck
That's
that.
like Magnum
We
BO.
don't want Milo coming raining down on us hard.
Yeah, that's the last thing we need. We don't need another video pulled for no fucking reason.
Plus, he's honestly he's a cool dude. I mean, I'm not sure about the whole dating Fergie thing, but whatever. You know, we all have our phases.
Like, didn't Timothy Oliphant date Fergie also?
Yeah, and I can't knock Timothy Oliphant for any fucking thing because he is my dude. That is like
I don't think
you
it's
do?
hard to date Fergie.
right, that's true.
Fergalicious. Tastes delicious. Makes them boys go crazy.
So delicious.
Hey, Matt. Okay, so who's your dude?
He does a podcast with him, and it ain't me.
See, I feel bad now that I said Zachary Quinto's my dude because I got like, I want to say like he's my top dude.
Well, I guess like I never really thought about who would be my dude. So like is because I definitely have a man crush, but I have
He's sitting next to you.
well there's that, but I have men crushes of guys I know, and then there's like the unattainable man crush.
What makes you think that the guys you know are attainable?
But I know them. They like
But
if
what
I saw
makes
them
the
in
guy
public.
unattainable that he's been
So you're just thinking, well, if the opportunity arises, and I've given them enough of the cool beer that I buy them, then maybe. That's your
Seemed to work
great
so far. He's
fantasies
returned
with
my
us.
text messages. I have a podcast with him,
Yeah, that's
Oh, touche.
and then there's Randy.
he does keep showing up.
Yeah, kind of. Well, he decided to go drive around the country for a month instead.
All right,
of
so who's your unattainable? Is it Arnold?
Jared Leto.
Jared Leto. That what?
Yeah.
I mean, he is pretty.
He's like a good-looking dude, but that's really.
He leans great.
Yeah.
You'd bunk down with Jared Leto.
Oh yeah. So there's wrestling at Bauhaus in Minneapolis right now.
Oh,
Someone
Joey
keeps
Ryan.
sending me pictures.
Nice.
Yeah, Jared Leto. I don't know. Like, I feel like he probably hasn't showered in a while, but it's just my dog's barking.
Cool.
He was in Fight Club.
Yeah, but
Lord
he
of
was
War.
like for like a, I wouldn't say it was like a major role. It wasn't like Meatloaf.
No, God no. But like, I don't dislike his band.
Old 30 Seconds to Mars is
yes.
cool. New 30 Seconds to Mars,
Yes, is
not so much.
dog shit. It's not good at all.
I saw them at Summerfest like 15 years ago.
Were
you at that show too?
No, I saw him at the rave on the MTV $2 Rail tour.
Cool, man.
When they put out the set, whatever the second record was.
Okay.
The
Kill.
Yes, and that had the song with the Shining.
The
music.
Shining, yeah.
Oh God, that's such a good one. I did have an opportunity to talk to my buddy who works at Summerfest about Lonely Island.
Yeah, it was nuts, right?
Yeah, he's like, it was just a big fucking party. He said there was like over 10,000 people there.
What?
Jose Canseco showed up. T-Pain was there. Like, God, I really wish I would have went, but then I would have been there and just hated.
I would have been
everybody.
miserable.
Oh.
I went and saw MGMT there once, and it was crowded, and I went and left to go see the Go-Go's.
How does MGMT? Did you make that up?
That's a true story.
Who? I've never heard of MGMT.
You've never heard of MGMT?
No, it sounds like management, like shortened for management.
Well, yeah, that's what when you short management, you say it's MGMT. But
Well, right.
really, they're an okay band.
Huh.
But it was nuts for them. And Panic at the Disco.
Oh, dude. So a couple of people I work with think what's his nuts are like the greatest vocalists of all time.
Brandon Urie.
Yeah. Also a video game streamer.
Brandon Urie's a video game streamer?
Yep. Because no one can tell you no.
How many views are we up to now? Are we at 3, 4?
3 probably.
Yes.
Well, it's usually.
How do we know?
This thing doesn't. I don't know where my mouse cursor is. This thing's supposed to tell you how many people are viewing.
Oh, it says nobody's viewing.
Right, but it also says there's no comments, and
That's
we
rough.
have at least 3.
Is Erica still watching?
I don't know. Probably not.
Blink
I
twice if
had
you're
to.
watching, Erica.
If I had to, I could just text her and then make fun of her, ridicule all of her life's choices.
Because your opinion matters so much
Yeah,
to
like-
her.
If anybody's gonna ridicule life choices.
See, Erica's still here.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
she played. Oh God.
Anybody else out there? Blink.
Her husband sent me a picture of his thigh earlier.
Okay.
I
Is it a nice thigh?
I mean, I feel like he could benefit from some squats.
Ouch.
So you're gonna squat on his thigh?
That's it, huh?
Oh no, that's mine. Look
Okay.
at that fucking girth, boy.
Oh,
That's
boy.
just a little thigh. He's just a
Oh,
little guy. You want to compare some
Yeah.
thighs here?
I'm getting thigh envy over here.
Getting to a thigh off. Oh, Phil Rude's here too. Man, look at that.
Ravishing Phil Rude.
He's an artsman.
An artsman?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna call like.
What does that mean?
He's an illustrator. Is it illustrator? What is the actual term, Phil? Or Corey?
He's an illustrator, artist. He does comics. He does illustrated novels. He does regular fiction writing. He wrote a short story that he shared with me over this last week that I am positively in love with.
To his drawings?
No, just in general.
He's a podcasting genius.
Neverland Ranch
Yep.
behind us.
Yep. Never remember ranch.
Yep.
Look at that. All your dreams can be forgotten back here, boys and girls.
Halfway through, can we switch chairs, baby? Or
Yeah, no.
I'm getting a torso in
Is
the
your ass
chair.
hurt?
Yeah, it's getting.
Do you want to? Here.
You
You
have like
wanna,
a cushion or something I can sit on? I'm
just
I'm
be
fine.
fucking
I'm
happy.
fine.
I asked you to come on.
I'm just happy to be on this podcast.
He's
This
gone.
is my second podcast.
That's a quality chair. If you got hit with that in a wrestling match, you'd know it. You'd feel good about it.
Yeah, this would hurt to get hit with. I've never
Well,
been
you
hit
know
by
what
a chair though.
The last person that used one of those chairs did not complain.
Who was that?
Grant Hill.
From the Pistons?
Not the basketball
The
player.
Detroit Pistons, Grant Hill.
He's,
Wow.
He's a 6 foot tall white dude with hair that we can trace from the top of his head to his feet.
Isn't that's not Grant? That's not the basketball
Not the
player?
basketball player. Literally, someone a friend of mine from high school named Grant Hill.
Hmm.
Yep, hairiest dude I know.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mountain of a man.
And he didn't complain sitting in this chair.
Nope. I think he was drunker than I
'Cause-
am right now, though.
Yeah.
So.
What band is on this cup? What is this?
Oh, that's a random shit press glass.
Okay.
It's not a band. It's literally just 2 upside down
just-
crosses and a fucking bloody
I'm thinking
goat's
like
head.
boar's head. It's like this is like the lunch meat logo.
Nope.
Boar's head.
Just
get your meat, boar's head.
You can start a black metal band called Boar's Head. I like it.
Black Forest Ham.
Ooh, I'm into it. Can I play drums?
Can you play the drums?
I
I was hoping you could play the flute.
Yeah, like what's his nuts?
Yeah. The Pied Piper?
No, Jethro Tull.
Oh yeah.
He would always fucking stand
Aqua.
with like one leg up, like a fucking weirdo.
I've never seen that one.
The guys who won the first metal album
Over
and
Metallica.
against Metallica's Black album, I think.
Yep.
Wow.
Jethro Tull
Metallica,
with the flautist.
Not saying much.
Right.
What have they ever done?
Did I know you saw the 2 records I got. They're pretty colors.
Oh yeah, I saw the colors. I didn't know what they were. I just liked them.
Russian Circles is an instrumental band from Chicago.
Okay,
And
I'm
then-
familiar with Russian Squares. Similar.
I have no idea. I think you made up Russian Squares.
Was trying to think of another country, but I was like,
Russian Squares is that 80s game show with all the Russian celebrities just sitting there trying to act like they're not gay so they don't get slaughtered afterwards. And you can only win by choosing squares. If you choose circles, you're automatically in a gulag.
Yes.
I like it.
The Kazakhstan Olympic.
Oh, here we go. Phil Rude. I've gone by illustrator
Yep.
and cartoonist.
Artsman.
Artsman is going to be my new tag.
Yeah.
Hashtag.
Hashtag arts. Hashtag artsman. It actually sounds like porn stars. He's a coxman. But Phil's an artsman. Just Randy's trying to
hey there,
out-angle
guys.
me. Just
Hey there, guys. You know where the gym is?
it's in the basement by my wife.
yeah.
Go get down there.
Get sweaty.
Yeah, Randy's gonna do some. Doing pretty good, only saying it twice.
That's okay.
Go do some squat thrusts next to my wife real
Pew
quick.
Pew Fits.
Pew pew.
I'm going to go on there right now and see if I got any new followers.
Oh shit, Corey, can you go follow him quick?
Yeah, Corey, come on, man. So I
What?
had an energy drink this morning.
Did you get carded for it?
No, I bought it at Woodman's and it said it was called Power Malt and it's from Denmark.
What?
Yeah.
I'm fucking looking this up.
And I got it and it says it's Power Malt, extra energy, non-alcoholic malt beverage
I
with
saw
B
that.
vitamins. Yeah.
I didn't realize that was an energy drink.
Disgusting.
Oh, it's because it's a malt.
If you're into like malts, it was like thick and heavy. And I was like, I woke up early thinking like, yeah, I'm gonna drink this. I'm gonna have energy. And then I took a sip of it and I was like, ugh. And I fell asleep watching Nightmare on Elm Street 2.
Yeah, we were talking about how bad that movie is. Corey, what do you
Awful.
think about Nightmare on Elm Street 2?
I used to have dreams about it before it came out.
I gotta go. I forgot about all of this. You need to fill in, Randy.
Okay, so Nightmare on Elm Street had come out on VHS. Nightmare on Elm Street 2, I think, was coming out, and I finally saw the first one, hadn't seen it in theater, and started having dreams about Freddy Krueger, like a lot. Yeah, I was a teenager. I was young, probably not even a teenager yet, and I had a dream, like the whole bus scene from the movie, and I was talking about it in the lunchroom or something one day, and somebody overheard me like, "Oh yeah, that scene from the new movie." I'm like, "What new movie?" I didn't know there was a second movie, and it was pretty much spot on. It was really freaky. But I had like, it was just when your imagination used to run away with you, and you'd fall asleep watching cable and wake up weird shit.
Yeah.
Did you sleep through the bus scene?
Well, that's in the beginning. Like that's like
I couldn't-
the start of
For
it.
some reason, I thought it was at
It's the beginning and the end.
Yeah.
Okay, it is.
But it starts off. Yeah, he's in the bus. Like,
Yeah.
and then and then what did I don't remember much of it after that. And then I put on Slumber Party Massacre.
That's a good one.
And then I fell asleep during that. Hey, what's up, girl? I fell asleep during that too.
I don't know if she heard you.
The first Slumber Party Massacre or the second one? Because we haven't reviewed the first one yet. We've only done the second one.
The second one.
I made it to the part where the I don't remember. I fell asleep during. It was early in the morning. I get up early.
What time?
I was probably up about 5:30, 6 o'clock this morning.
Dumb.
Tell me about it.
I get it.
I usually get up at 4 a.m. So this is like sleeping in.
I woke up to some infomercial about vibrators.
Go.
What are you watching? Yeah, let's hear
it. It was an Adam and Eve infomercial. They played, I guess, like 2 episodes of it in a row. The lady's really earnest. It does a good sales pitch for everything, but she's just like so excited telling you about these vibrators and stuff. And then an infomercial for knives followed it up. And all the vibrators, I think the most expensive one, now these are 50% off. That's the sale they're having, 50% off, free shipping. Also, we'll send you a gift for her, a gift for him, and a gift for you together. But the highest costing vibrator was like $80 with the discount. The knife commercial that followed it, everything was $250. It was crazy. I'm like, why are knives so much? I mean, they both go inside of you, but one's pleasant and the other's really not.
Did you see what Phil says?
No, what does Phil say?
And now Corey is in severe credit card debt.
It's funny that you bring that up, like Adam, and even then a knife commercial, because that reminds me of like movie 7.
Yeah.
Where it's like,
Oh, yeah.
with John Doe just at home. He's like, what am I gonna do for lust? Oh, a dildo commercial. Oh, and knives. Put them together.
You'd think if he was
Great taste.
Yeah, if he was purchasing like mail order sex utensils, he would have gotten the accommodator.
I don't know what that is.
The doctor.
It's like the accommodator, except with a spork.
Corey, you know what it is, right? You know what the accommodator is.
I know we've talked about the accommodator. Isn't it the one that goes in your chin?
Yeah, don't worry. I have a GIF of Dr. Ruth.
Chindo.
Yeah, it's on. I have it on my phone. I just have to sift through all my dogs first.
Jeez, bro.
Yeah, I remember Dr. Ruth when she first talked about it.
Dr. Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Yeah, she's like, it's the accommodator. It's worn about the chin. Oh, wait, too far. Is it bad that I remember I saved it in January?
That is awfully specific.
Is it bad that you saved it and it's in the mix in all of your dog pictures?
Yeah, there's just 5 pictures.
Yeah, dog,
Chindo. It was used as a method to ask 2 friends of mine if they were going to be playing video games that night for a while. You just send them the GIF of the accommodator, and then that's how you know if you're getting down that night.
Getting down to clown.
There was. I think you're the only person that can appreciate this.
Okay. It really does put a new spin on "Take It on the Chin."
He's not wrong.
No.
So in Call of Duty Black Ops 4, there's a gun called the Maddox.
Okay.
And every time I would pick it up, I would start
Jamie Madrox?
Yes. Yes, but I would always pick it up and I would go, my name is Jamie Madrox and I got fat balls, and everyone hates me.
Wow. Well, they probably hated you before that too.
Yeah, those are 2 separate statements that you just put into one.
Yeah, I think
and then they hated before it.
It's just, they hated me before. Yeah. It was just they voiced their hatred after I would start.
They had a reason to be like, well,
Twisted.
Yeah. Well, now we can tell Matt to leave. He's rapping Twisted. He's been looking for a reason.
Are we gonna go to that show?
I don't know who that first. I would like to.
After the burial, and Motionless in White is like.
I know who Motionless in White is, and it's like I want to like poke my eyes out.
I don't know if I don't know if Beat is here because he's gonna yell at me if I start playing music.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna yell at you too.
Oh, all right, never mind. I won't. Play some After the Burial.
We could play that after the podcast.
Heyo. After the burial, after the podcast. Yeah, just remind me.
So we got 2 people listening to this, huh? That's cool.
There might be a couple more. There's usually the same handful of people are always in the chat.
Okay.
I'm actually surprised Growly's not here. He's in Singapore, correct?
Konnichiwa.
He's usually been coming in towards the end. I think we might not match up with the schedule.
Is he teaching English over there? Or?
No, I don't know. I think he works in IT. But it's like 13 hours ahead, so it's always like Monday morning for him. And he's just at work listening to Corey and I talk about dicks.
Cool.
Yeah, it's always really impressive. So what's your wrestling finisher? Do you have one?
I have I do a tornado DDT. Right.
Why have I never seen you do this?
Because I don't win matches. I rarely win. I hook the guy for like a DDT and I run up the ropes and then spike him.
Come on.
Yeah.
Do you know who you're wrestling on September 6th?
Yeah, some new kids.
Are you?
Is it Jordan or Joey?
New kids on.
Yeah, it's
the new kids on the block.
Joey Mac.
Yeah, I almost
JC
asked.
Chavez.
I almost asked if you knew if you were gonna win.
I mean, it's funny because Donnie Wahlberg is in one of these goddamn movies we're supposed to be talking about.
Oh yeah.
Donald.
Eventually, we'll get to. You know what's funny is Corey's real name is Donald. True story.
Wow.
Yep. A lot of names that he's not allowed to say on the air that he keeps saying them.
That's weird that he does that. What name do you not want to be called? Oh, my real name. I'm gonna keep on calling you that.
So I didn't know, and I don't know if I've told you this, but I did not know that Corey was not his real name for like a year and a half of doing the
Wow.
show.
But speaking of which, it is our 4-year anniversary.
I'm sorry, I keep burping.
I probably could have told you that my real name was Randy, and you would have just thought my name was Randy for.
Which isn't because Willie's real name is Willie,
True.
so it's not uncommon.
100% off. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're right.
yeah. But Randy Fitzsimmons is like straight up a
Hey.
porn star name.
It is. Hey, Corey, did you ever hear the story about how me and Matt met?
I'm pretty sure.
Bathhouse?
What?
Bathhouse?
It was
Oh,
kind of like a
it's better.
bathhouse. There's this local establishment called Misfits.
Shithole bar while we were playing a show.
They had dollar hams, and
All the tap beers $1.50.
but their hams are $1. My one buddy, by the way, he's a
Also
beer
named,
delivery guy,
also named Matt.
and he goes, "Hey, don't get anything on the taps here. They're disgusting.
Oh, come on!
Trust me." He goes, "Do not get anything on the taps."
Damn
And then
it,
he saw
all I
him.
ever get there.
But here's the best part. So he goes, "Oh shoot, dollar hams." Dollar hams all night then.
Oh.
But so, anyways, we're sitting there, me and my pal Matt, not this Matt.
Yeah, the
And
other
this
man.
this guy comes running up to me, out of breath. Oh my
I
God.
ran like 20 feet.
Oh my God, are you Randy? And I was like taken aback. I was like, yeah. Oh my God, guys, get over here! This is the guy. This is Randy.
Yeah.
This is the guy I was telling you about.
I like how he tells this story like he's complaining, but he was like, "Fuck yeah, I'm fucking Randy.
And I was like, yeah, I'm cool, dude.
Yeah, I'm fucking Randy.
And that's how we met.
Hey guys, band knows me."
And then the other guy that I was with is also wrestling. He's like, they probably didn't recognize me because I didn't have face paint on. And I was like, oh, they don't care.
Which okay, so
And then when Matt went back to his table, he told everybody, if I could, that would be my dude.
Yeah, probably. And now I am your dude.
I mean, yeah, we're straight dudes now.
Just two straight dudes.
Straight
Two
dudes.
cool dudes getting married. Who's gonna chop off their wiener first?
Me? No. What?
Send it to China.
Boy, have I got an infomercial for you.
So I do really want to point out the fact that the dude that you mentioned, I don't want to say his name because I don't want
We're gonna say Salem Crane.
to Gilbert Grape. I don't want to slut shame him, but he was too cool to talk to me at the last show because he was there with the girl. He fucking straight, like I said
Hey,
hi
hold
to him, and yeah, and I was
Truth
like, oh
bomb.
man, it's cool, good to see you. And then he was like, oh, cool, and he went over to a girl and then just would not say hi to me the rest of the night. So I don't. Fuck
Was
you.
it because you're wearing shorts with the dick ripped out?
No, this was pre-dick ripped out shorts.
But they were about.
But it was the cause?
Yeah, that's because of my bulging fat cock.
Wow.
Yeah. Choke on that iced tea.
I do have a tendency to blow the crotch out of most of my pants.
It's happened to me more than once because I will wear pants until the crotch blows out.
Yeah. I usually wear my pants until they're about
Yeah.
disintegrated into nothing.
I've done it at work twice, and both times my boss was just like, staple them back together. You're not going home. I wish I was joking.
Staple them together.
Yeah.
Just staple them to your leg, then.
Yep.
I gotta go. I got myself.
Just like, I actually stapled to my leg. I gotta go.
It's deep.
No, it's weird. I started with like I'd wake up and I'd find that my my boxers were ripped as shit.
Freddy Krueger.
What?
Yeah, I don't know why. And then when I started having to wear khakis for when I worked at Best Buy, I'd blow the crotch out a lot. But I expect that from khakis because they're Wagyu noodle pants. That's an expectation.
Let me pick
But
up the-
now it's jeans, and I'm like, there's something wrong that I'm ripping the dick out of denim.
No, dude, you got to get stretched denim.
Like, apparently.
denim?
Oh, stretch denim is where it's at.
Wow.
Yeah, you can do all sorts of activities in stretch denim.
Is that like what Chuck Norris used to sell in the 80s? Like he'd have those
Yeah,
kick
pretty
the
much.
shit out of these jeans.
Stonewash stretch denim.
Oh God.
Bless you.
It was a cough.
Oh, sorry. Cough you?
Thank you.
That's cool.
Donka.
Just do things into the microphone like I do.
Oh, just
Just
hack in here.
Is stretch denim just like specifically aimed at IT people? Like they used to have those,
we have the perfect pants for you.
they used to have those like tech cargo pants. like all these extra pockets and shit because you got to have a place to keep your cell phone, a place to keep USB drives and everything. So if they do like a tech cargo stretch denim, that's perfect. And just like a sewn-on polo that you just kind of pull over your head like a pullover sweater or something, like
All
a
right.
hoodie.
Follow me here.
Okay.
Stretch denim, tech, cargo, jean, shorts.
I'm still trying to push
Oh,
for
dude,
fucking utility kilt to work.
Oh yeah, save some for the rest of us.
Yeah,
bro.
right.
Let's see, I got all sorts of stuff in my pocket.
I want the IT utility kilt. Like, make that happen and make that allowed at my office, please.
What is the quickest way to fuck Sliz? The IT utility kilt.
Jeez. I would just assume saying you're in IT, like, panties drop.
Yeah, right. I've never seen a girl drop her pants so much when I said,
Gosh, you
"I work
fix
on a
computers?
computer."
You fix computers? Can you come over real quick? I got this pop-up on my screen. Can you get rid of it?
Just-
Let me show you my pop-up. You know, and then
Matt goes, "Oh, did you turn it on and off first?
you're turning me on and not off.
You try unplugging it?"
I can't see your computer screen over your heaving bosoms.
The guy just crawls underneath the desk and then you realize she's not wearing panties. Oh my god.
Oh, dude, you got basic instinct.
This is terrible. I mean, this is a great plot, but
Yeah, we could write a
it's not what
pornography.
porn's made for anymore.
Did you
At some
guys?
point, someone's got to be choking the other one.
Yeah, did you ever think about getting into pornography?
No.
We're writers. We're not actors.
Oh, I've never thought. I always thought about being like a camera guy for porno. Like when I was younger, like,
I would
that'd be
do it.
cool. Be like a photographer for Playboy.
Yeah. And then you realize that you don't know how to use a camera.
And I was like, fuck, I gotta
Yeah.
take pictures.
Do you know how to use a squeegee? Because that's pretty much all you need.
Dang, I can't just sit there with a boner the entire day.
I mean, you can, but then
It's like a normal day for me.
yeah, that's when shit gets weird.
He's pissed off because the chair doesn't roll back.
I know. I'm still like, just look at how comfortable Matt's gonna like fall asleep here. I'm all like hunched over because I'm in this metal like. I feel like I'm in Saw right now, and it's like, live or die. You need to sit next to Matt Stein in a comfortable chair. The choice of your freedom is you have to stay the entire podcast, or you die.
I
So
would,
wrapping this cord around my neck at this point. Get out of the steel chair.
this whole thing was worth it just to hear you sing the Saw song.
At some point, if you cut them open, you find like 4 wheels actually inside.
There's a cushion sewn to his ass I have to rip off, and then he's got wheels in his nipples.
To get the comfort you desire, you must cut into the one most comfortable place on the human body. The ass. Yeah. No,
Matt's ass.
yeah, I've worked hard on the comfort of this tuchus.
Yeah, well, you look very comfortable, and
Oh yeah,
here I am.
I could probably
slumming it.
fall asleep if I tried hard enough.
Well, you are drunk.
There's that.
And you're doing a show, so of course your level of productivity is way down.
Yeah. Well,
So, what time is it, in Michigan? Is it an hour ahead?
We're an hour ahead of you
in the
guys.
afternoon.
Are you in Dutch time over there? Got tulip.
Yeah, in 4 hours I got to go lift a barn. So
Isn't midsummer happening soon over there in Dutchland?
I've not seen that yet.
Do you really want to see that?
I heard it's terrible.
Wow.
I hated Hereditary, so
We hated it too.
God damn, another person who does not like
like I
Hereditary.
had this. Okay, my like friend from like my best friend growing up and stuff.
Yeah, because I'm your best friend now, bitch.
Yeah, and so he hates scary movies. Like hates it with a passion. Can't stand it. But he likes
Sounds like a puss.
But he watches like Oscar season. He'll see every Oscar nominated movie. Like he loves movies. So he calls me and goes, "Dude, I saw that Hereditary movie. Scared the shit. It's the scariest movie I've ever seen. You need to watch it." I'm like, I haven't watched it yet. I heard they're saying good things about it. He's like, "Oh my gosh, it scared me so much. You need to watch it." So I watched it and I was like, that was it? And I
The
was like,
scariest part is the nipples at the end.
dude, the only part I liked was when that girl got her head blown off on the light pole. I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be
Yeah.
good," and then it was just like all downhill. So then I told him about it. He's like, "How did you not think that movie was scary?" Like it was stupid.
Yeah. Yeah.
As I'm watching Hobo with a Shotgun, thinking it's like the greatest movie ever. R.I.P.
It's entertaining. You know what I mean? I didn't find Hereditary to be even entertaining.
No.
We did a full
Boring.
episode on it at some point.
How did you get a full episode on that?
Because
We
the
were
guy-
angry. We were angry, and I'm sure Matt was drunk.
That's normal.
No, I don't know if you realize this, guys, but I don't drink.
No, we had JF, and JF can fucking fill air.
God damn it. Yeah, I'm trying to pull up the sheet, and just my wife's logged into Google Sheets, and
Oh, look at this.
it's a real mess. Yeah, just here you go.
Oh, you did a creepypasta
God
one?
damn it. Yeah.
I love creepypastas.
So the most listens we've ever had was on that episode.
I one time made spaghetti that was in the shape of ghosts. It was super creepy. Hey-oh, creepypasta.
Christ. Who invited you here?
It was just Pac-Man Chef Boyardee.
Oh, we were talking about Hereditary.
How many episodes are we on right now?
This is 159.
Wow. Can I come on
Oh, I don't even have the
169?
time on it. Yeah.
4 years of work. 4 years of work. 159 episodes, and just feeling shitty about all of it.
I
Hereditary.
guess you got to change your name. I used to put in the amount of time, and then I clearly gave up around October of last year.
You had a 59-minute episode? 46 minutes?
Yeah, usually when Corey and I are the only ones on here, they're about an hour.
49 minutes. 36 minutes?
Yeah.
30?
Here's an 8-minute one when it was just me, because we used to do news. We started out, they were supposed to be 30-minute episodes, and then we had Matt Vincent on for the first time. That's 2 hours and 45 minutes.
I don't know who Matt Vincent is.
There was an hour and 26. He's a beefcake.
Okay.
He's
he's done a lot of them.
He's done like 4. Him and I do Cast and Furious together.
Okay.
There's a couple around here.
He also does a high-quality show called the So podcast.
Yes. Yeah, if you want to learn about
Soap.
lifting stuff and soaps. Various soaps.
We're just looking at spreadsheets now, just so
Yeah,
everyone at home knows what we're doing.
Yeah, last week was like 3-something. I thought we did one with Matt that was 3 hours and like 45. Like it was damn near 4 hours.
Oh, Grant Hill, episode 1.
Yeah, Grant Hill. Before Corey was ever on, Grant Hill was on.
Did you guys talk a lot about the Pistons or Duke?
It was mostly about his time at Duke.
Cool, man. Coach
K.
K.
Yeah, right. You gotta live that Coach K life.
Yeah, being on a sports team in Detroit is enough of a horror movie in its own.
Slumber Party Massacre episode.
We did
3 of
2,
us.
so we could do 1.
Hands in the middle. Go.
Yeah. No, we could do Summer Party Massacre 1 because we've done 2 already.
Why would you do 2 before 1?
Because our guest picked 2.
Oh.
She preferred 2, and I
Gotcha.
saw 2 in high school, so it brought back some memories. The guitar solos. Drill.
Also had Crystal Bernard from Wings.
Cheers? Yeah.
Wait, what?
Crystal Bernard from Wings and It's a Living and the late seasons of Happy Days.
Wings, like the
Paul McCartney band.
90s. Oh, I thought. Well, I'm thinking.
No, the mid-90s show.
No, you're talking about
Okay.
the 96
Like the band,
cool. I just wanted to sidetrack that one. Should we talk about
Matt, what's your favorite scary movie?
Ooh, shit, that is a tough one.
I'm here with the hard ones.
I mean, it's not like you can't look at the list and see what scored the highest.
But you're assuming that my favorite scary movie is one that we've talked about. He wants me to say Xanadu.
Like the house that was it Citizen Kane built?
No, wasn't it one of the Hellraisers? Wasn't that like your prime scary movie for a while?
No, Hellraiser scared the shit out of me when I was a kid.
I didn't see Hellraiser till later in life, and I hated every minute of
It
it.
scared me so bad I buried the VHS tape in
What?
the bottom of the garbage can.
Wow.
But I was like 8.
Okay.
So I was very, very young, and that's a graphic film.
Yeah, it's very graphic.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like it's a
You like Deathgasm a lot.
I did like Deathgasm, but I didn't like it. Like I liked it more as a comedy movie than a horror movie.
Right.
So it was like a straight horror movie.
Like if you had to tell somebody, like I've never seen a horror movie in my life before, Matt, which one should I start with? What would
Well,
you
I think that's tough though because we can tailor our answers.
Exactly.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Corey Taylor.
Hey,
the answer.
fair enough. Guess I'll go.
Yeah.
I'll
What
leave now.
is yours though?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Nightmare on Elm Street 2.
Nightmare on Elm Street 2. There was one horror movie that I liked the most. Oh, probably Child's Play.
Ooh.
Because that was something like I used to have a My Buddy doll.
Did you really?
Yeah, I had it. My mom had to get rid of it.
Because you were too scared. or
I
what?
couldn't handle it in the house.
Huh.
But yeah, I would go with the Child Plays movie because that's like something I remember from when I was younger.
Do you want to try this?
Are we getting unruly with some?
Yeah, we're fucking so unruly right now. It's the lime. Into lime.
So when I was really young, I saw the movie Magic with
Ooh, with the
Anthony
puppet, with
Hopkins.
was it
Yeah.
Anthony Hopkins?
And I saw it, I'm pretty sure, over my grandparents' house. So my uncle, who was a teenager and lived there, got me a ventriloquist dummy
Ah.
that terrified me for years. I couldn't give it up because in my head it was alive and would fucking kill me.
Charlie McCarthy was it, or
It wasn't a Charlie McCarthy, but it was very similar.
Okay.
And so it just like it would always be around, and it freaked me out. And as I got older, it freaked me out more and more. So when I moved from California or from Michigan to California, I left it in Michigan in my parents' basement, and I just like, okay, and I'll never fucking see this again. They got rid of the house. They the whole basement got filled in with shit. Like my my Amiga computer was down there and all this stuff. So I'm like, great, never gonna see it again. Suddenly my mom finds it, ships it out to me. And
box to get.
Motherfucker. And it just like my roommate's boyfriend heard the story about how it freaked me out. So he would put it in the bathroom and like write messages like, I'm going to kill you on the mirror and lipstick and shit.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
Just
That's like a premise of like a scary movie right there. It was like,
Yeah.
I left home and left the doll at home, and then I'll it's at your doorstep. No.
Yeah. It's pretty
and it's gone. Like at some point or another in one of the moves, like either from the apartment to one of the houses or whatever, it disappeared. But I'm sure as shit it's just gonna show up again. Like I can't believe that he's actually gone.
The calls are coming from inside the doll.
Yeah, that would probably be true.
It's got a doll in it. I love it.
Really?
Yeah, there was this one that I used to watch on, so it was called like the Trilogy of Terror.
Oh yeah.
It was like 3 of them, but there was one that had like a voodoo, like it was like she had like an African doll, and then it terrorizes her throughout the house. It's like the best.
That is one of the best things ever. And I've got a friend who's done artwork of that doll and stuff. And every time I see it, I'm just like, I think it's the greatest.
Oh,
and I'm sure as shit that thing is racist as fuck and doesn't belong anywhere anymore. And
100%.
It's probably gonna go right down with like that Disney movie, the one Song of the South.
Oh,
Like it's just gonna disappear off of shelves or something. But right now it's like, nope, it's still out there.
Did you see Annabelle?
I haven't seen the new one yet. I saw the old ones.
Okay, what do you think?
I love them.
Did you?
Yeah, I was really upset because I went to Boston to see one of my pals.
Like
And,
you went to Boston just to see Annabelle?
Well, no, but they Ed and Warren they have their own museum in Connecticut.
Yeah,
and you can see the Annabelle doll there. They have it there.
Does it look nothing like in the movie?
It's a Raggedy Ann doll.
Ah,
Yeah, but they have their whole
Damn it.
occult. Like they have a whole room that they have their occult stuff in. I was like, you need to drive me to Connecticut. He's like, dude, it's like 2 hours away, man. Like,
Yeah.
whose vacation is this?
Yeah, right.
And he never took me, so I never got to see it. But
Let's fucking go.
I'm in, man.
Yeah, there's got to be at least 7 breweries around.
Oh, you got Sam Adams. Heard of it?
You can fucking leave.
It's like
now.
a local. It's like local to Boston.
So,
Samuel Adams, it's called. They have a touring.
I'm gonna tell you this story, and I want to preface this that I am not at all slut shaming the person who said this to me.
Okay.
But someone texted me recently, and he's like, "Hey, man, you ever had lining kugels?" And I was like, "Are you like?" I said, "Are you seriously fucking with me right now?"
Have you ever had Miller High Life?
I'm like, "That's from Wisconsin, and the shit is nationally distributed." He's like, "Oh, I just had it for the first time." I'm like, "Yeah, I mean, it's all right, but that's like you said, like it's like, you ever had Miller Lite?"
Hey, you live in Chicago? Have you ever had Goose Island?
Yeah, right. Oh God, I literally saw the message, and I'm like, I don't
Did you
know.
break your phone instantly?
I was like, I don't know if he's messing with me or not.
Okay, here I got a question for you guys.
6 inches.
What's your favorite Nick Cage movie?
I really like Mom and Dad.
Okay.
I've not seen that yet.
It's fucking
It's
good.
newer, right?
Yeah. I haven't seen Mandy yet.
I love Mandy.
I know you and I have talked about it. I still haven't seen it. What's yours?
Con Air.
No, shit.
Forrest Gump.
Virus the virus.
Yeah, right. I should have known that. Corey, how about you?
Or Raising Arizona.
Raising Arizona is probably the best work of his. But I do have a deep love of how hideous Vampire's Kiss is.
Ooh, that's a good one. Oh,
I've never seen that one.
He thinks he's turning into a vampire. And he like halfway through, he has like an accent through half the movie, and then he just drops it halfway through. But he thinks he's turning into a vampire.
It is one
So-
batshit fucking. It's Cage's cagiest.
Yeah, it's like that meme of him, like it's his face one where it's like he's got like a goofy face. It's from that movie.
The picture of Nick Cage where he's got a goofy face.
Yeah,
the
that's
main one.
yeah.
Type in Nick Cage goofy face. I guarantee that's the.
Eric, I've never seen Matchstick Men either. It's weird because it seems like one that I would probably enjoy because I like the whole con artistry thing, but
got
haven't
Sam
done it.
Rockwell in it.
And I love Sam Rockwell.
really
This one right here.
this one.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
man.
from A Vampire's Kiss.
Oh.
Oh!
Ah, Jesus Christ! I didn't realize that was the Nick Cage meme. I didn't realize that was from Vampire's Kiss.
Although going way back, I really loved Valley Girl as a kid.
If you Google Nick Cage goofy face, you can get Nick Cage's
like-
face
I like-
photoshopped on top of the baby from the Nevermind album cover.
Apparently, they Photoshop his face on everything.
This- God damn it, Randy, your wife's here.
And she-
It just says, "Is this about Saw or?"
yeah, we're gonna saw off Nick Cage's face and put it
Cage
on John
Drinking
Travolta's.
Trulies on the internet.
Hey, did you get the link from my Facebook page or my Twitter?
I don't know. We'll wait 30 seconds for this to catch up
Is
so she
there-
can answer that.
Oh, we got a little.
There's
there
a
it is.
delay in case I
I
start.
haven't been here since.
I've been here since you
Oh!
started. Oh, and you're just now telling us? God damn it.
Wow.
You have wasted an hour of your life.
So we have 3 people watching now.
Yeah. Really regretting I was.
Ow, savage.
I don't really
Please
blame
put
her.
that into an iTunes review.
It's God damn it.
100% what we need on our.
Well, have you guys heard of this deep fakes?
Oh, I've heard about it, but I don't know much about it.
Did you see the Nick Offerman Full House
Yeah.
opening?
But I saw the Jim Carrey Shining one as well.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Yeah,
Is it good?
yeah, it's good.
The problem with the Jim Carrey Shining one is that it looks
Looks like
they
Jack
look too
Nicholson.
similar.
Yeah.
No, that's a good point. How about this picture of Nick Cage's Shrek?
I like the Oompa Loompa.
Fucking, or him as the Little Mermaid.
That's not the Little Mermaid. That's the frog one.
I don't know which one that is.
That's the Princess Frog or whatever. It's like a
fucking rubbing my head.
Wow.
He's just testing to see how comfortable it is to sit on.
What else we got?
Yeah.
Oh, hide your wives. Antoine Cage.
What? We can switch chairs if your butthole hurts.
No, I'm cool. I'm getting the swing of this now. Just
That's
gotta like
fine.
shift.
It's
to
just- it's
cheek
all
to cheek.
numb.
Yeah.
It's just Nick Cage's ET. God, I love the internet.
Creepy girl. Oh, Stewie, Nick Cage.
Yep.
Okay, you should like.
Oh.
Back to Corey.
Far be it from me to give the audience what they want, but do you guys want to talk about Saw?
No, by audience you mean Randy's wife.
My wife.
She's used to hanging out with us and being disappointed.
But here's the thing: the reason why we watched the Saw movies was because she never
Had seen him.
saw the Saw movies.
She never saw.
I saw them when they were in the movie theaters. Me and my brother would go.
I don't know. If maybe I did see
They
one.
come out like the
in
week
movie
before
theater.
Halloween, usually.
Yeah.
October.
Yeah.
Aaron and I definitely saw the first Saw in the theater. I don't remember if we saw the second one or not, but I feel like we either saw that in the theater or we saw Dead Silence.
I
That's
like
kind of
Dead
like.
Silence.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
my thing is like I would see a lot of horror movies in the movie theaters, and then I would stop seeing them if they weren't rated R. Like if they were like I think Dead Silence is like PG-13.
Yes, I do remember it. Being
And they had those
PG-13.
string of like those PG-13 horror movies that were coming out that like they
Yep.
look super scary, and then you saw them, you're like, oh. But then you had movies like Hostel and Saw and like High Tension, stuff like that that are like rated R and stuff. I'm gonna see those instead.
Yeah. I didn't realize that scary movies to tell in the dark or scary stories to tell in the dark was only PG.
Just PG.
Yeah. I heard it's fun, but
Hold on. You will see horror movies, but get a haunted doll, and you can't handle it. Don't get it. My wife wants
I
to
want
buy.
you to shit on her pillow tonight.
My wife wants to buy a haunted doll on eBay. Which
How much?
It's a terrible idea.
No, I mean,
No, don't.
I'll give you.
Stop. No,
How
hold
much?
on. Hold on, let's slow down now.
Nope.
Slow your roll. Pump the brakes here.
I'm going to eBay right now.
Don't do it.
I want to see this thing.
Okay. Type in haunted doll.
Okay. Haunted doll. She already has it. Oh,
She does not have it.
is this
She's such a
haunted
liar.
porcelain dolls? It's probably like my wife and my T-shirts that she claims to have thrown away, but I'm just gonna drown her in her sleep some night.
So yeah, apparently you could buy a possessed doll. If you scroll down to the description, it'll tell you more about it.
But how can you prove that this thing is actually haunted? Very old, beautiful Southern belle, her lady in waiting, porcelain dolls. They're very affordable, curse included. These two Southern ladies have been together forever. They are rumored to be from a beloved collection of Marie Laveau and her namesake daughter.
That's a hard pass.
Yeah,
Well,
how do you know that they're haunted?
Maybe if you skip this one,
Right.
and then try to find a better one. Like look at this one by the Ouija board.
The haunted 8-inch tall clown doll.
There it is.
Sparks is not to play with.
He's a spiritual clown.
I got a spiritual boner.
From the clown?
Yep.
8 inches.
Mhm. Sparks is not to play with.
But 4 inches of that is ectoplasm.
Myself to you. My name is Terry, and I am a paranormal investigator. I have been collecting spiritual dolls and items for 35 years. I travel to many different areas of the United States in search of paranormal items and activities. People on here are always asking me to how I do.
So there's the next magic program that we come up with, Matt. The Antiques Roadshow mixed with Ghost Hunters.
Randy, I'm supposed
It's
to
your
ask
possessed
you
items, and we tell you if they're legitimately possessed or not, and then we grade them and give you a certificate of authenticity so you can sell it or, bury it in the bottom of your garbage can along with Hellraiser.
Fuck you. I did. Shut up, Corey.
Look at that. The EMF detector. There's a picture of this haunted doll, and the EMF is going off the charts. Look at that. I bet you that glow around it wasn't made by a light.
It wasn't lit up at all. You can't see the shadows or anything.
Isn't EMF a band from the 90s? What the fuck?
That's
Yeah, EMF, yeah. You drive me crazy.
yes.
No, that's Finding on Cannibals. EMF was the ones who had Dice Clay playing in the song, and
I walk myself.
he was the only way. That was the only way he could get on MTV anymore because they banned him.
What about the rock from the cemetery, Randy?
Oh, so when we went to Boston,
Yeah.
another thing we went to.
Thanks for inviting us.
We went to. We didn't know you then.
That's
We
a
went
good
to
point.
the world's oldest cemetery. Like Ben Franklin was buried there and stuff. But she wanted to keep on breaking rocks off the headstones and taking them home.
That sounds like something your wife would do.
Yeah, and I was like, no, leave the rocks in the cemetery. She's like, no, I want to take some. I want souvenirs.
I like how you turn into bulldozer when you're arguing with your wife in the past.
You leave those rocks there. So then she's like, hey, just so you know, I took a bunch of rocks from that cemetery and they're all under your bed. And I instantly ran home to look. There was no rocks.
No, of course not.
No, because they all melted into the floor.
Take a headstone off and take a rock from Ben Franklin's headstone. You're just asking to get haunted at that point. Anyways, back to the Saw movies.
There's no proof that Ben Franklin wasn't a prick.
Oh wait, she just wrote yet.
Yeah, I know, right?
Okay.
Well,
Saw movies.
you know what? I ordered a case of nacho cheese, and Katie can't have any. Yet.
Yeah, yet.
That's a true story.
Okay.
Saw movies.
Back to the Saw movies.
Scene. Open.
Dun, dun, dun,
2004.
dun, 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 dun. Back to the Sam.
Back to the Sam movies. You mean start talking about the Saw movies? Yeah. So Saw movies. So it opens up with Robin Hood Men in Tights, and some guy that no one knows, and then a half-naked man with a bullet hole in his head.
He wasn't. No, he had a shirt and pants on.
Half naked. I think he was wearing a t-shirt and boxers.
Okay, maybe boxers.
Nah, whatever.
Because you got to be comfortable when you're on that floor for that
Okay,
many
so
hours.
a 1/4 naked man with a bullet hole in his head in what I only presume is a high school locker room.
Okay.
It's very white.
A lot of tile.
Hilarity ensues for 90 minutes. The guy wakes up. Movie's over. Saw one.
Dun, dun, dun.
So let me ask both of you this: do you think they ever intended on making Saw 2 through 8?
Nope.
Corey?
Not at that point, no.
No, because they're all like Saw 1 is a pretty good movie, and then
I felt like when
2
they
through
shot
8 are so much different.
Yeah, when they shot Saw 1, they're like, well, here we go. Let's see what happens.
But look at the cast, though. I mean, we've got Carrie Elways. who was not at a high point in his career, but certainly wasn't a nobody. We got Danny Glover in this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's in the first one.
I'm too old for this shit.
Yeah,
Monica Potter, I think, was Carrie Elways' wife. Who else? We got
Bring up the
Linus
IMDb.
from Lost, who was
Okay.
not in Lost yet, but
Don't tell him.
Ben Linus was the guy who went after the wife and daughter because Jigsaw had stuff on him. I don't know, was Tobin Bell for much stuff before these movies, or was this like his breakout?
I don't think he did anything.
And Shawnee Smith, who we talked about last time, was in Summer School and The Blob from the 80s.
I have watched Summer School since we talked about it.
Oh, and who's Harry Crumb?
Oh yeah, good old Harry's Crumb.
Total
John Candy.
old love of mine. And so yeah, like
I'm gonna pour one out for him real quick.
All right,
not a bad
oh,
cast
Pour
for
one out, not clinking.
I'm gonna pour it into my mouth.
not a bad cast for a movie that
I need more.
kind of came out of nowhere from this essentially new production company, and was a big thing to take a chance on, but
So-
blew up.
Yeah.
Because the expectations were so low, so
What
it
was
didn't
the
have a lot that it had to do.
Okay, before we get to the budget, Tobin Bell first appeared in the 1979 movie Manhattan. The
Woody
budget-
Allen movie?
I'm sorry, what?
The Woody Allen movie Manhattan?
I can
But he's
answer that.
uncredited. He's man on street. So
Right.
Okay.
He's not credited in a movie until 1982, where he's
Sophie's Choice.
Joseph Tobin, a reporter. Sophie's Choice, yeah.
Jesus Christ. It's not like either of those are small movies.
Right. Yeah, Woody Allen.
Yeah, Woody Allen. Okay. So the budget on Saw 1 is 1.2 million, and the box office pulled in 103.9 million.
Some would say that's a success.
Yeah, it's all right. But so here's one thing that I've noticed. Usually the first movie is like a moderate budget. So $1 million is not a small amount, but it's not, your 20, 30, 80.
It's not a Michael Bay movie. is what
Yeah.
you're saying.
So what I want to say, I want to look at the budget of the second movie, because normally the second movie they just ramp shit up.
But I feel like though you think that the second movie, they it's not like they have a whole bunch of.
Only
Yeah,
4
well-
million on the second movie, and then the second one made 147. So
You gotta remember too, these are rated R also, so they're not like PG-13.
No.
You can go to it.
no, that's a good point.
But here's the deal: is that the first movie you put your all into it. You come up with the original idea, you run with it. It's a surprise hit. That's great. But then the expectation is, how do we do this again? And it's not like there's not groundwork for there to be a sequel from this movie. It finishes off the main character gets away. The stuff that's going on, there's so much back noise and stuff that you can definitely do this a second time. It's there. The introduction of Shawnee Smith's character being utilized in the sequel is done well.
Right.
But-
do you think that these movies would have lacked anything if they would have just stopped after one?
Well, they would have lacked more movies.
But exactly. If there was only Saw 1,
But it's not like Saw 1 left anything at the end where it was like, it pretty much, when the movie ended, it didn't leave it open for sequels.
No, it did.
but
It absolutely did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like it was like, there had to be like, people were like, oh man, what happens next?
And that's what I'm saying is the way it ended, it could have ended as is.
It absolutely could have ended as is. But Matt, you are famous for always saying that stuff isn't explained enough for you and
Right.
things, and that pisses you off.
Right.
And there was a lot left open in Saw 1. And I think the frustrations we have with Saw at this point is because the franchise kept going to the point where Tobin Bell's character was gone, was not a part of it anymore, but the movies continued on.
Because instead of just giving you Saw 2 and answering all the questions, they give you Saw 2 with some answers and 30 more
Yeah,
questions.
more questions.
And then they literally had to write Saw 4, I think we decided it was, where they just they do nothing but answer questions.
Mhm.
So it's like you're getting a little too far away from what you're trying to accomplish at that point.
Yeah. And that's realistic, but that is how franchises work, is they don't want to, if you blow your wad all in the first film.
I don't need to go to 14 different Chili's to figure out what's in the Tex-Mex egg rolls.
But don't you go to 4 different Chili's?
No, there's only one here, and I never go. I did go to Red Lobster for Crab Fest.
Oh, thanks for the invite.
All I got was diarrhea.
I love Red Lobster, and I love.
Are you
diarrhea.
serious?
Yeah, I'm a big Red Lobster guy.
Wow.
Goddamn Cheddar Bay biscuits.
Yes, yeah. All you can eat. I go for all you can eat shrimp usually, but I do like crab legs.
Yeah, totally sidetracking here. I didn't realize that Crab Fest was just like, hey, here's 5 more crab dishes that are $30 a piece.
Right.
So it wasn't like all you can eat crab legs.
Nope.
Oh, it's a
No.
Yeah, so I'll let you know because I think Endless Shrimp's coming up pretty soon.
shrimp.
Yeah,
And some white wine.
yeah, literally. And all I ever ask is, what are the shrimp dishes that aren't on the menu? Give me those secret shrimps.
What do they usually tell you? Please leave, sir.
Sir,
For the third time, you have to leave the restaurant.
You can't be here. You need to get a better microphone. Katie, we have to hold them. Normally, I have
Matt. Oh, okay. She called you out on your microphone. Not mine.
I hope you enjoyed that.
I'm an Admiral's Feast guy at Red Lobster, just because I felt like I wanted to contribute for a second. And she's right. I can barely hear you.
Are you serious?
But I'm used to being
turn up
muted.
the.
And you guys keep talking under your breath.
Alright.
Like
I'll
little
turn it
drunk
up. I'll turn up the juice. I do really like the Admiral's Feast. It's like
I don't know what that is.
pretty good. Hold on, let me bring it up.
It's clam strips, fried shrimp, a couple of fried fish patties, and fried scallops.
That was already on his save search here, Admiral's
No, what-
Feast. It popped up automatically. He's been eyeing this bad boy up for a while now.
Never a bad time for an Admiral's Feast.
Now we're just looking at the.
You start out with the
You
Caesar
love
salad,
everyone.
the Cheddar Bay biscuits. You go right to the Admiral's Feast. If you're feeling like totally dog hungry, then you get the fried clam strips as part of the appetizer trio as well, like some fried clam strips, some mozzarella triangles, and my wife likes stuffed mushrooms. Fuck that, but whatever.
I love stuffed mushrooms.
Yeah, she got some for dinner tonight and then wanted to drop them where
Dude.
her coveralls.
4-course feast. I almost got this, and then I was like, I don't need dessert. I'm trying to cut back on my carbohydrates.
I'll go with the 3.
Can I just get a 3-course meal, please?
Salmon Power Bowl.
Nope. Did not mean to,
Why'd you
Oh,
highlight
no.
everything on the screen?
because I hit A instead of F. Fine.
Classic.
Admirals.
Oh, there it is.
Admirals Feast.
Shrimp and classic. Ooh, that does look good. Minus the broccoli.
You don't have to get the broccoli. That's just the displayed.
Yeah, you
side
get a side
point.
baked potato,
Um,
butter and sour cream, and fuck that shit up.
yeah.
Bay scallops, clam strips, and wild caught.
All
Do you
right.
think there's a representative from Red Lobster listening to this right now?
They should and sponsor
If
us.
so, sup, Pew Pew
I
Fits.
wanna- Follow that pew pew fist. Get you a Red
I'll take an Admiral's Feast, please.
Our take on a classic fish fry that's piled high with Walt's favorite fish, bay scallops, clam strips, wild caught flounder.
Yeah,
All
that's.
fried until perfectly crisp and golden.
You ever watch that The Best Thing I Ever Ate show, and
Right.
they're talking about whatever their favorite thing is,
That's
and
fine.
then all of a sudden it pops out in front of me on some magic arm. They're like, "Oh yeah, I really like these donuts from Phil's Donuts down in Highway 92 in
Yeah.
South Savannah." Then all of a sudden the fucking donut shows up, and you're like, "How the fuck does this happen? This magic?" And I'm like, "I want that magic. Bring me that magic."
Sometimes I've heard it called Fitz magic. God, now I'm hungry.
What were the odds, Matt? We were driving to this. We went out to a restaurant that we'd never been to before. It was probably about 15 minutes away, but everything's backwoods out here. So we're driving down this strip and we're going past all these houses. It's like Aaron goes, "Damn, you got to really want McDonald's to go get McDonald's because there's nothing out here." And I'm like, "You're
Right.
describing Matt's life."
Yep.
You know, that is all Matt complains about. It's like, yeah, if I want fast food, if I want to go get Wendy's or something, I got to drive 25 minutes or more.
I was talking to a buddy that it's where I was day drinking. He recently moved here, and we were talking about pizza places, and I'm like, "Dude, you have to go to Glass Nickel." He was like, "Oh, what's that?" And I said, "Literally, the only fucking thing I miss about living in the city is that I can't get Glass Nickel delivered to me on tap." Oh man, I miss Glass Nickel.
I'm still trying to find a pizza place in Michigan that is okay by me. One of it is we were spoiled by the sourdough in California, but like seriously, I've just not like. There's Buddies and stuff, but Buddies is way too far away. There's one in Grand Rapids probably, and there's obviously it's big in Detroit.
Yeah,
but we just have not found one in our town or the surrounding towns that has suited us yet, and we're bitter about it. It's how do you fuck up pizza?
Yeah.
And you've got your trash spots, you got your Domino's, you got your Little Caesars, and I like a Little Caesars, but whatever. But it's like, it's seriously like, I remember getting Sicilians and shit. I got giant pans. Detroit style pizza. There is such a thing as Detroit style pizza, and I can't fucking find any of that in my area, and that's just bullshit.
What is Detroit style pizza?
I thought
Detroit style pizza is cooked in a pan. But they started out, they started out in like pans. I think they were in the factories, like car factories, and so I started using some of the pans from that to make pizzas in, and then it just became popular. There is a Detroit style pizza sold frozen in Meijer that we had all the way actually in Safeway out in California. They had this Detroit style thing. I'm like, great, but I'm in Michigan. Why can I not find this shit close to me?
So Levi says that good pizza does not exist in Michigan.
I thought Little Caesars used to promote a Detroit
Little
pizza.
Little Caesars is considered Detroit style, but it's still Little Caesars.
Do you guys have a jet pizza in Michigan?
I keep seeing it advertised, but I haven't found one.
It's pretty good.
Did you see Quick Trip has fried chicken now?
I saw that.
It's fucking
Is
amazing.
it good?
Yeah.
I haven't got it yet.
Yeah. There's one in Appleton that has it.
What?
Yeah.
You gotta find Buddies is supposed to be really good. I kind of remember it, and Vince's in Detroit is what I grew up with.
Vince Diesel. Please.
Yeah.
Call
Do you
by his
think
given name.
that Vin Diesel gets mad when people do call him Vince?
I think he's too busy counting his Fast and Furious
Stacks
checks.
of cash.
Yeah.
Mike
Talking
talking
to the goddamn microphone. Sorry, Randy talking to the goddamn microphone.
I've been.
Oh man, you got a reminder of who the boss is when you get home.
Wives, am I right?
Yeah, right. Can't strangle them. They don't pick up socks.
You gotta tuck in that dick.
I would like to.
We're actually talking about Saw for a second.
The Glass Nickel Pizza of the Month is called the Pie Noon. It is an action-packed feast with Pie Noon, barbecue sauce, beef barbacoa, bacon, red and green peppers, topped with house blend cheese, swirl of sriracha. Available for July and August.
What's
only.
Pie Noon?
I just fucking read it to you.
Well, no, it says action-packed feast with Pie Noon. Oh, is that like the
That's the name of the pizza.
I thought Pie Noon was something different.
I really want.
I would like a meatball bomber though. That looks pretty good.
Oh yeah, homemade meatballs, zesty marinara, mozzarella, and Parmesan cheese on your choice bread.
Back to Saw.
Yeah, sorry.
How did we think? Did they utilize Donald Glover?
Danny Glover.
Danny Glover.
Childish Gambino.
The rapper
was
he in
this
it too?
movie. No,
He did the soundtrack.
Yeah, just complaining about America.
It would have been really funny that if he had Mel Gibson as his partner in that movie as well.
If it was Mel Gibson laying on the floor the whole time.
Yeah, what
Riggs down there under his breath the entire time. Those fucking Jews. Those fucking Jews.
Riggs. What if Saw is just a Lethal Weapon serious
Lethal Weapon 7?
Yes.
Saw.
This is what Sonny in Philadelphia has been working towards the entire
Wait,
time.
isn't Chris Rock taking over the Saw franchise or something? Isn't redoing it?
Yep.
Yeah. And Chris Rock was in Lethal Weapon 4.
People are going nuts right now because they're rebooting Saw.
I'm not shocked, and Corey and I have had this conversation. Like, it's in like a cycle holding.
No,
pattern.
Sam
Jackson.
Sam Jack. Oh no, Chris Rock Saw.
Yeah. Oh no.
How many times? Okay, Samuel L. Jackson joins Chris Rock's cast for Saw. How many times is he gonna say "motherfucker"?
Never touch a black man's radio.
That was Chris Tucker.
You understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
So this show is officially a hate crime now.
Now on to Rush Hour. What do you guys think about the movie Rush Hour 1?
I like the part where Charlie Sheen had his fucking head in a vice and it was just going to split his jaw open in the middle of Saw.
What?
Charlie Sheen was in Money Talks with Chris Tucker.
Oh, I see what you're
Are we going down the Chris Tucker spiral now?
Yeah. Yeah.
The Chris Tucker spiral is called his career.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know what... What
I
else
was
is
I was
in
trying
here?
to think about.
I'm too cool to show up for
Friday.
Friday 2 and 3. Well, fuck you,
Yeah.
Chris Tucker.
Friday 2 is better than 1 in my opinion. Cousin Day. He's trying to fucking slam some Mexican slaves. I can't get over the fact that Chris Rock is doing Saw.
It might be good though. You don't know.
But think about it.
Here, if
Key-
anybody, Bloody
Key and
Disgusting is
Peele.
gonna have a good. Oh,
Jordan
Jordan
Jordan Peele.
Peele?
Yes. Jordan Peele with doing horror movies. That was kind of his big.
But he's doing those like
Fifth Element, Chris Tucker's.
what do they call them? What's he calling them? Something.
Not shit.
No, well, no, he's got a name for him now. Like I forgot what he's calling them.
Rom-coms.
Ben Stiller's in his next one.
Ben Stiller has some terrific ass biceps. Erica does point out that Fifth Element Chris Tucker is the best Chris Tucker.
Oh dang!
Oh
Yeah.
shit! I was supposed to yesterday at band practice while our singer was singing. I was supposed to stop him and go, "What are you screaming about? I'm leaving!" And I forgot because I drank too
Well,
much.
do it next time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were concerned that you were dead yesterday because you weren't responding to anybody's text messages or Snapchats.
Chris Tucker and
Pretty
Fifth
sure I was
Element
driving.
basically high
You
anxiety.
didn't answer my Snapchat, and I was really concerned.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You always respond to my Snapchats. Fifth Element is a legit movie, though.
Is it?
You've never seen it?
Yeah, no, it's a good movie.
Matt is not into sci-fi unless Arnold is blowing shit up and showing off his dick.
Last
doesn't
Action
care
Hero.
Or mine. God, Katie, shut the fuck
What
up.
does she talk about?
I didn't respond to her Snapchat
Oh,
either.
you didn't. Yeah.
No.
Snapchat. No response.
Response. Sweet Jesus. Katie, I
Hey,
just sent you the world's best Snapchat.
You know
ever.
where you rank now. He goes banned, and then.
I think it was safety while driving a motor vehicle, and then being.
Is this your
drunk.
hey? By the way, you have numbers on the side here. Is this like your gaming mouse? Do you game on this thing?
Yes, I do play video games on. I also masturbate. So
that would explain. The
I did
goo.
did not say that I errantly jizz all over my equipment.
But he
But,
has
you know, it's really easy
either.
just get a lean. You see how I got the different colors of the W, A, S, and D?
Is that for like?
Because those are your walk keys when you're playing
Oh, see, I've never PC gamed before.
Yeah.
Console gamer.
I go in streaks.
Yep. You like to take your clothes off. True.
I do. Yeah, I run down my front yard and
Hey, what do they? Hey, hold on. What do they say about Coors?
Coors get the whores. So, Corey, I know you don't drink ever, but if you're listening to this, you may have heard 1 or 2 or 37 memes about how there's no laws where you're drinking White Claws. That's where we came up with the fact that you're unruly when you're drinking Truly. And then if you're drinking Coors, it's because you're getting some whores.
Get the whores with the Coors.
I'm pretty sure Corey is questioning why he's decided to do
Yeah.
this episode.
Well, he's like the voice of reason when we talk about Saw, and then
Which
we'll
is
go
such
off.
a-
Literally, yeah.
when
he's
we
used to this.
spiral out of control, then he
Yes.
just kind of sits
Ask.
back.
It's
Katie
like
did say
It's
They
not even an
never-
uphill battle. It's like trying to launch a boulder into space.
no, that's fine. Keep trying. Katie says that you never PC gamed because you had a girlfriend.
It's a there's an S. Girlfriends.
girlfriends. Whatever. I had girlfriends. I'm fucking.
You were
super
no,
duper
you were a
married.
juggalo in high school, so you did not have girlfriends.
I got my first underage drinking in a Riddle box hockey jersey.
Yep, that's not something
That's my claim
I
to
would
fame.
promote.
Katie said, "Corey, you're better than this."
I wish that was true. It's really proven not.
well,
It's a 4-year
Let's go
anniversary.
Corey.
4 years of doing the show.
Oh, look at
Like-
who answered my Snapchat.
Oh, hold on.
Your wife. Let's see what.
Crack addicts have gotten more out of their fucking addiction.
Hard pass.
Ouch.
All right,
Hit it and quit it.
I'm gonna get that butt. I'm gonna get that butt.
That is
Not
Matt.
about you, by the way.
I can tell.
Title is I'm gonna get that butt.
That's his autobiography. Matt Stein. I'm gonna get that book.
I'm gonna get that butt.
Get that butt. Strangely enough, it's also the title of his article that he does monthly in Peck Grooming Weekly,
Yeah. You know what? Can't win them all.
because he does a monthly article for a weekly magazine, because that's how on top of his shit Matt is.
Matt on top of anything. Like I'm shocked he's on top of this chair right now.
Because it's the one with wheels.
Once every 6 months, my wife lets me on top.
Hey,
So you want to know about
what?
Danny
Hey, what number month are we on right now?
did they utilize Danny
Wow.
Glover this.
Yeah. How did you think Danny Glover was used in this movie? Would you like to see more Danny Glover or less Danny Glover?
The movie would have been just the same without him.
So if they had just random, I don't know who could we pick who's like a B-lister African American actor?
They didn't even have to be African American. It literally could have been anyone else, and it would have been the same. It would have had the same impact on the movie.
I guess. I don't know.
Tell me I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
All right, tell me why. Tell me why I'm wrong.
I don't know. Like when I see, when I'm watching a horror movie like Saw, and then I see Danny Glover pop on the screen.
See, Katie agrees with me. She hates me until the point in which we agree on no DG.
No dangerous goods. So she doesn't want any flammable liquids by her. That's what she's saying. But I think that it needed Danny Glover because that was the big. He's the star of the movie at that point. He's the biggest name on that card.
There's an inside the room story and there's an outside the room story, and Danny Glover did well rocking the outside of the room story. But it adds to the feeling of what is the timeline of these things happening? Because they're not happening in sync with each other. And that's kind of the trick of the Saw movies too, is that you're seeing a couple different storylines happening, but they don't happen all at once. And that's usually the reveal at the end, because they do it again in the second one with Donnie Wahlberg. Is like the shit's not happening in real time, and that is the reveal, and it's like, oh wow, now I get it. And I'm like fucking sick of that shit. By the second movie is like, you're not fooling anybody anymore. It just give me a fucking good story. And I think that's where the loss is in the second movie compared to the first one.
So Katie seems to think that Forrest Whitaker would have been a better choice, and then Erica agreed.
But I will tell you this.
We could be like Morgan Freeman would have been a better choice.
Yeah, right? A dog turd with googly eyes would have been better.
So there's that show, that serial killer show. What is the show with it's like an NCIS, except it's not NCIS. Criminal Minds. So Criminal Minds has done 2 spin-offs. One of the spin-offs was 1 season, and it was Forrest Whitaker and Janine Garofalo and a bunch of nobodies. Oh, and seriously, 1 season, nobody fucking watched it. And then a couple years later, they did another spin-off of Criminal Minds with Gary Sinise, because he already flopped on a fucking New York spin-off of CSI, and same shit, didn't last. So as good as Forrest Whitaker is, I'm telling you that if you've been in a movie with Robin Williams, you're probably not supposed to do a spin-off in CBS.
I don't know how you got to that point, but I agree.
Because Forrest Whitaker was in Good Morning Vietnam, and Gary.
Okay. 5 Degrees of Robin Williams.
Yep.
I don't know what Gary Sinise did. Was he in anything with Robin Williams? I'm way off. I was thinking Forrest Gump.
I didn't realize she was in Mercy.
Well, that's movies, right? You got to go down to TV.
Oh yeah, you're not wrong. The Shivering Truth?
No, that's a voice.
Nightcap? Jim Gaffigan show?
What are you guys doing?
We're trying to figure out what Criminal Minds Suspect Behavior. We're trying to figure out what Criminal Minds spinoff she was on.
Janine Garofalo was in,
Criminal Minds.
The one that doesn't matter because, again, it was a season. You take a highly popular show and you can't make 1 season work. Like CSI fucking Cyber got at least 2.
I'm going to say the same thing. At least CSI Cyber had.
And you know why it didn't get work? Because they weren't wearing the IT stretch jeans with the fucking...
They weren't wearing activity kilts.
Every time a suspect would get away, they blow their shorts out and they would be able to chase them. Look, he got away. Turn this computer off.
Damn, those CSIs keep elongating their pants out of the crime wave. Fuck it.
I do really think I want to see CSI Dog
Suspect.
Police.
CSI Dog Police.
Rover was not having any more of his shit.
Streets get woof.
You can't poop in the streets without Detective Rover having something to say about it. Janine Garofalo was also in Metalocalypse.
Oh, he got Beatmaster. Is that the Swedish guy?
Yeah, there's our
finally.
Swedish. Why is your wife yelling clearly?
She's saying that
Corey's triggered by Criminal Minds.
Yeah.
I don't know about clearly, but I'm drinking Truly.
Truly, he's triggered.
I need to, Swiss. Oh, I said Swedish.
Swiss.
Well, I'm drunkish. I need Truly to sponsor this podcast.
Or at least Mike's Hard Lemonades.
Do they stop responding?
They stopped responding to you? Were they responding to you?
Like twice.
Uh-oh.
So I was on a crusade to get Randy Fitzsimmons sponsored by Mike's Hard Lemonades. And I think they were on board until I told them what I wanted. So like
Did you say $1 million?
the third email in when I said this pro wrestler really likes Mike's Hard Lemonade, they just stopped.
they were legit just taking you at your fucking word that you knew somebody cool, and it was like
he's really cool in Oshkosh, really cool in Oshkosh, Wisconsin.
Do you know where they make
second Friday of the
Oshkosh
month.
Bagash?
Do they not know that it's the All-Star Championship Wrestling?
Yeah, did you tell them that? PP Fitz?
I said ACW, and I believe I mentioned Pew Pew Fitz.
Did you say Hornswoggle?
I did not. I didn't have to whip out the midget card yet.
Pull that one out.
Yeah. They got short with me when I told them about the midget.
God damn it!
You want a goddamn mic stand?
Hey, it's fine, man. I don't need one.
Is this how we're gonna do it?
Yeah,
now?
that's how we're gonna go.
Yeah.
I've seen too many porns like this. I mean, the two of you.
Hit me in the face.
Just
I think I'm gonna shoot.
Is that a McGregor reference?
What?
Okay, back to Saw.
Okay, so Forrest Whitaker's not in it. Danny Glover. Enter Danny Glover.
Enter Danny Glover is my favorite 70s exploitation martial arts film.
Well, maybe if you left White Claws here, Catherine.
It's just Katie.
It's Catherine now.
Anyways,
Catherine.
Danny Glover, the man.
The
Star.
myth.
That's the star power, because if it wasn't for Danny Glover, Princess Bride.
He calls the Predator Pussyface.
Ooh, Danny Glover?
Yep. Predator too.
Because he's a Banff.
Yeah.
Take a shot every time they say and back to Saw.
He'll be as drunk as Matt. Never, because Matt is way drunker.
Somebody needs to try to keep this show on the road here.
That's Corey's job.
And back to Saw.
Okay.
Drink.
And now
We would have been blacked out.
Okay. So enter Danny Glover.
He plays a good retired cop down on his luck.
But he plays the same cop that he plays in Lethal Weapon.
Yeah, he's like Carl Winslow.
Carl Winslow. He's in Yakatimi Tower.
Yeah, he keeps showing up. I told you, he wears the same fucking cop uniform to every audition. And he's like, hey, I own this. You don't even have to suit me up.
We're looking for a middle-aged black cop. Who do we have on? Oh, Danny Glover.
Well, I think they were looking for a middle-aged black cock, and then Danny Glover showed up, and he thought they were looking for a cop.
There's a typo.
Just,
Did you mean cock or cop? I'm here. I have a fake badge.
I heard that there was a free lunch.
Wasn't he like the original Saw victim too? Because he got blown up on that toilet in Lethal Weapon 2.
Your choice, live or die.
You have 30 seconds to pinch this loaf.
Do you not wipe?
You have to choose.
There we go. 4 hours later, no actual mention of Saw. POT number 159. Everything but Saw 1 and 2. We'll get there.
How annoyed do you think my wife is? Like a 7.
POT 160. Back to Saw. Wow.
No, we'll get through these.
POT
eventually.
159. The last time they had Randy.
No, Randy, you're a fixture on this show now.
We'll invite Mike back.
Yeah, we have at least. No, I don't know who Mike is. I know who Randy is.
Randy.
We have at least 6 more of these movies to go through with you.
We have a lot, and then we got the reboot. We're gonna have to all go to Michigan to watch it together.
We are setting a great precedent. If this is the first episode we talk about Saw on.
Pick us up, and we could go.
I don't trust Corey's driving.
Okay, we could get an Uber.
I would just drive around. There's a couple breweries on the way.
You and your
See what I did
breweries.
there? Okay, so enter Danny Glover.
Oh my God, we've entered him like 3 times.
Drink.
You fucking
I thought that was like a Bud Light.
No, it's a take
It's
on
a
the
Coors.
Coors logo.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, he was looking at my thigh. Dead Presidents. Oh. Oops. Okay, so where are we in this movie? Danny Glover.
Danny Glover,
sucks.
enter.
Yeah, he enters.
Can we just talk about how bad you think that the acting would have been better?
No, I do remember when we were watching.
We
this
were
movie,
laughing about how
Yeah,
like
we talked about how bad the acting
what am I
is.
gonna do with this saw?
Yeah.
Saw my leg?
Jesus Christ. So I'm sorry, your wife and Erica are having a reaction show to the
They're
recordings
gonna
of our.
podcast this podcast. Well, guess what? We'll podcast your podcast.
We're gonna have reactions to the reactions to podcast here.
But the acting, you'd think that
It's pretty bad.
the main guy from the classic Princess Bride would
So
I feel like he only can play a smarmy English character. Even in a romantic role, he's a smarmy English character.
did you ever figure out where he's from? Because I remember making a
the
comment
Princess
about.
Bride.
No. I mean, like where he was born.
Oh, I think Michigan.
Really? Carrie.
ELW.
Carrie. Oh, there's no E. Oh, look at that fucker. He was in Twister.
He wasn't Twister.
He was from London.
He is London. Okay, because I remember
They should have made his
accent's
character
really shitty.
like a British doctor then. Like,
Yeah,
why
yeah,
make
like
him try to be American?
a British pussy doctor.
Sure.
Yeah. And
Or just like a pediatrician would have been fine too. It doesn't have to be he could have been a orthopedic doctor or something.
Yeah, in case anyone's interested, he was in Glory, Kiss the Girls, Days of Thunder, Bram Stoker's Dracula, Hot Shots, Twister, The Jungle Book, The Crush, and Liar Liar.
I think that Glory is a pretty good movie. Is that the World War II movie with
Yes.
about the Black Regiment?
Yep. Twister is a great movie. It's about a series of tornadoes.
Hey, if it's
that hit
got
Tornado
if
Valley.
it's got my boy Philip Seymour Hoffman in it, I'm in.
So good, please.
Podcast with the title means nothing, and we won't actually talk about the topic of the show.
Yeah, we've gotten complaints about that. So
Podcast.
I do love how you guys keep getting your voices more and more of a whisper tone. Because it's not already bad enough that you're not talking about the movie at
what
all.
I really want to do is start an ASMR podcast.
I don't know what that means.
ASMR?
Yes.
It's a wrestling group, apparently.
What is that? What is it? All Star Midget Rapplers.
Wrestling with no W.
ASM.
Autonomous sensory meridian response. So it's just hot chicks talking quietly into expensive microphones.
Very sexist that you just assume chicks.
But you have
No,
two. But we have 3 hot dudes right now talking
Yeah,
into
it's
immediately priced. Are these how expensive are these?
Not
things?
very at all. You just like, have you seen the Michelob commercial where the girl opens the beer and she whispers?
No.
Don't fucking
What if I do this?
commercial, you dumb shit.
Why? Michelob's still getting theirs.
Okay, so I realize what the theme of the episode is that we're not talking about Saw. We were actually doing a Saw torture device as this episode.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. We're watching this.
Yeah. Let
Michelob
me get to
commercial
the.
now.
You motherfucker.
Whoa.
Let's all experience.
That's all I'm gonna play. So
Isn't
we
that
don't get in
Alicia
trouble.
Keys?
That's just a black girl.
That's Alicia Keys.
No.
Yes.
Or
it's Zoe Kravitz. No, that's the girl from the Cosbys.
get the fuck out of here.
Which is Zoe Kravitz's mom, by the way, and it's not.
That's her. Right there, actress.
That is not Lisa Bonet.
It is Zoe Kravitz.
Zoe Kravitz.
Right.
Boom, 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 boom.
I like people also search for Jason Momoa.
He's a hunk.
Look at that. We're just gonna leave this picture up of him.
And there's Lisa Bonet.
Look at that. All right.
God dang, that's
He's
a
got
man.
some fucking strong eyebrows.
He's got some good brows. I like the scar he's got too.
Yeah, right. That shows that he does not fuck around, but he fucks. Okay, so enter Danny Glover.
Enti. I think that's a Swedish word. Those are the Walmart equivalent of microphones.
And Catherine, they were on sale.
Okay, enter Danny Glover.
These were never purchased to do podcasts.
He's in his house and he's got yarn attached to newspapers that say Pepe Silve.
It is the same fucking
Remember that?
picture you see in everything where someone's investigating crime and it's like, oh, here's how it's all connected. It's a mind map, except it's bullshit. Because he's got nothing to go on. He's got nothing to go on. But still, it's like we're supposed to appreciate the fact that he's doing an investigation and all this, and he's really after the criminals, and it never fucking pans out. It doesn't do shit. You know, it's just I found somebody in a fucking trap once, and now I've gotta make my life's goal to figure this out. And doesn't he lose his job or something? I don't fucking know.
I thought, 'cause doesn't he get his spoiler alert for those of you that haven't seen Saw?
Yeah, we're straight up spoilers.
Does
so
he
don't
get his
hold back.
throat cut before or after? Because doesn't he have that scar on his neck?
Right.
So I think he gets because
Yeah.
his partner dies.
And yet you hear him talk more than you guys in those fucking mics.
What? I don't fucking. What do you?
Hold on, do we need more volume on the microphone?
You're doing good right now. You're doing okay.
Because I've got this thing pretty much in my mouth.
Yeah, it's
Not
just.
where we want
I'm in a metal. Like now, I'm really in a metal band.
Just you got to cut the mic then, Pop it, and then you got. Sometimes you got to. Do you want me to like power stance it?
Is that how?
Do one of these.
I like it.
That's the only way that people can just.
Is that how? Is that how metal guys don't blow their khaki shorts out?
Yeah, right. But they're generally wearing basketball shorts, and I can tell because like I can get.
Hold on, you're pulling my headphones off, bro.
Oh, sorry. I can get like a deep squat.
Well, it's because you got gym shorts on. If you had
Well, that's what I'm saying.
khakis on, you'd be
it's
blowing
a-
them out right now.
Oh, I'd have so many holes in my shorts right now.
You'd be wearing them to church. They'd be so holy.
I'm not gonna. Tomorrow morning. I'm gonna be like, why do my hips hurt so bad? Like, well, you wanted to get low.
Okay, Danny Glover's partner died.
Enter Danny Glover.
He's on a wild goose chase now to find the Jigsaw killer.
Yes.
Which you're right though. Like, how does he know? How is he able to single out?
Sorry.
Where-
What is happening right now? Yeah, you enjoyed it, Erica. Okay, so enter Danny Glover.
Danny Glover's like the Spanish Inquisition at this point. Like
I can't wait for soft
entering.
Just we still need to watch 4 to do another.
Enter
Two,
Donald
but
Wahlberg.
yeah, Donald Cantwell. So, but I think so. What you mentioned about the throat slitting thing is like quintessential Saw is that it never shows anything in the actual order that it happens.
Yeah.
Because his throat gets slit in the movie like towards the end, but if you pay attention, he has
see the scar, right?
Earlier. Right.
Simba's uncle.
Yeah, I don't like Simba.
And they're not related.
Simba and Scar?
No,
Or the-
Danny Glover and Donald Glover.
Because Simba and Scar are related.
Yeah.
Yes.
But anyways, yeah, if you watch closely, you can see the scar on Danny Glover. But then you wonder, like, how did he get that scar?
Because he fucks. And just think you have a whole other movie to discuss and you're still on Danny Glover's first scene.
You know, here's what I'm thinking.
Oh God, sum it up, please.
We're damn near to 2 hours and we have not even gotten through the entire. I can't get past the picture of Jason Momoa.
He's a hunk, man.
1 hour. Oh no.
Did you know that he's in some episodes of Baywatch?
What?
Jason Momoa was in Baywatch.
Really?
Yeah.
You
as a young kid?
you mean Babe Watch?
Baywatch, no.
Some people
If only I
think
knew
it's
like a
darkness.
drummer that had like a picture of David Hasselhoff on his bass drum. That'd be
That guy-
cool.
That guy probably fucks.
Something.
Oh wait, that's me. Okay.
Danny Glover.
Enter Danny Glover. Is that joke old yet?
Stone Cold.
Is that joke Stone Cold yet? To be perfectly honest, everything I remember from Saw has absolutely nothing to do with Danny Glover or any of the side story.
No, like it's just you get the shitty bathroom that they're
Yep.
locked in.
Yep. Which is oddly clean with a lot of daylight bulbs.
Well, no, because they got the toilets full of shit.
Shit.
Chocolate pudding.
The tub is not clean water either, because he would have seen the key
No.
at the very first moment.
So what would have happened hypothetically if the key never went down the drain? Movie over,
Right.
right?
But tell me one movie where there couldn't have been one simple thing that happened where it wasn't movie over.
Twister.
If the tornado hadn't shown up when Helen Hunt was a kid.
That's
movie
not
over.
a simple thing. That's against nature, man.
Yeah, that's like.
But what I'm saying is that tornado could have dropped 5 miles west and that there wouldn't have been a movie.
That's a lot of ifs at that point.
But there's a lot of ifs with what if the key never went down the drain?
It's more believable to think a key not going down the drain than a twister not hitting your house.
I think that's part of the machinations of the trap too. That's part of what Jigsaw does. He makes them with the expectation that it's going to go a certain way, and it's people going against their nature to stop it from happening. That's what he gives them the opportunity for. The whole thing of Jigsaw's point is go against your nature of being a dumb belligerent fuck. Go against your nature of being lazy. Go up against your nature of giving up on life, of doing bad things, to make a difference, to improve your life. You have this opportunity and you keep fucking it up. Well, I'm not giving you the opportunity to fuck it up anymore. You either do it right now or you don't do it again. That's the job.
11 hours. So we should talk about Saw and Saw 2.
He just was. That'd be like
I had that one chambered for a while.
Like, seriously, if Jigsaw listened to this podcast, he would basically lock you in a fucking room with a microphone and say, "Get to the fucking point. You've got 5 minutes to display some sort of knowledge about this movie that you watched and told people you were going to review, and you would not live."
Your goal, your mission is to live or die.
All right.
You must talk about Saw 1
All right.
the entire time and not go on a tangent.
Enti Donnie Wahlberg.
Enti. That's a Swedish word.
Beat is
and a Pokemon.
Beat is Enti, a Swedish word. I feel like I'm asking Siri, and now I just have to wait for the results to come back.
Enti.
Does this make Corey the Jigsaw of the podcast?
He kind of is.
He's literally setting the rules, and you and I are having a very hard time following them.
And at this point, I would rather die of the cancer.
Yeah, right. I'm not going to drill into your head, buddy.
When did we get to the? I'm trying to think now. The timeline. I wish they did like if they made like a whole box set of like Saw, one whole movie though, in order.
Yeah, where is the fan edit of Saw to put it all in chronological order? And I can tell you it's nowhere because they keep doing the same scene where Danny Glover enters over and over and over again.
Enter Danny Glover.
It's 900 hours and it's still shorter than this show.
But so someone did it for Lost. If someone did it for Lost, you can't tell me they didn't do it for Saw.
Because they didn't give a crap about Saw. The thing about Lost is that for at least a first season or two, it's pretty good. Saw goes off the rails by number 2.
No, Saw 2 though isn't terrible.
No, but it's a departure.
I think they made Saw 2 planning on making Saw 3.
Give me some feedback about what you think of Saw 2. Maybe you could sum it up for us in a way that might be entertaining for a listener or somebody.
It's got the kid from Jericho trapped in a safe.
I do need to point this out because I feel bad. Beatmaster's not Swedish. He's Swiss.
So is that Denmark?
It's Switzerland. Denmark is Danish.
So is Enti a word from Switzerland?
Yeah, is Enti a Swiss word?
Well, no, I'm not Swedish.
Fucking even Erica remembers and I don't.
One day.
This literally is I never remember where he's from. Although I think I said it earlier. He's from Switzerland.
You said he was Swiss, I think.
See, he's like the cheese. Got a bunch of
keep
holes in
on thinking of tulips.
Enti is not a Swiss word.
Oh man,
everybody. I was trying to find a fan edit of Jigsaw. Saw. Okay.
That'd be cool if they did that. Maybe that's something we can all work on as a group.
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
Yeah,
see, you have 2 computer screens, so I'm assuming you have the technology to
no, it's normally just pornography
copy and paste
a Word file. So I can take notes on the pornography.
One screen is pornography. The other screen is just Matt's parents' picture just judging him.
Just like shaking. No.
24 years of that. I don't need it anymore.
Jesus is disapproving.
It's just a picture of Jesus going.
Like that's not going to make him masturbate harder.
Oh, Jesus, judge me.
Look me in the eyes when you're upset, Jesus.
I like your hands because they have extra holes.
Oh,
whoa.
Yeah,
so are we talking? Hold on. Are we entered Donnie Wahlberg now? Are we talking about Saw 2?
Yes.
Oh, wait. Let's wrap up Saw 1 real quick.
Oh my God, are we going to?
Saw 1, good movie. They weren't planning on making a sequel.
Right.
Bad acting.
Right.
Danny Glover.
Yeah.
Boom.
Okay, Saw 2. So Saw 2 takes place in a house.
Not the MD.
What? Oh, yeah. Not
House MD.
Yeah, not House MD. It's I hate to use the term more abstract, but there's a little more thought involved. Like you can like the nice excommunicated. So the nice thing that you can do about the Saw movies is literally watch them for face value and enjoy a horror movie, or you can try and figure out all the shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you can watch a Saw movie and just be like, "Well, this is an interesting horror movie," and there's a weird plot twist at the end, or you can like try to actually figure out what the fuck is going on. And Saw 2 is where the shit really starts to come out.
I feel like though, if you're not watching Saw to figure out the Saw movies.
No, I think that's what they figured out by Saw 2, is the first Saw movie has a lot to do with plot and a lot of execution of mobilizing characters to do certain things. Saw 2 is really it's about the traps. It's about people falling into the traps, and do they make it in the traps or out of the traps, but it's seeing the things like the heads exploding, the big vat of needles, that kind of thing. It's about upping the ante of how people have to deal with that shit, because that's cool and that's easier than plot. So you have like the 5 minutes of plot around all the other shit that's happening to these characters. And Saw 2 is really a ripoff of Cube. I don't know if it came first or second. It doesn't matter to me. Cube was better.
With J-Lo?
No.
Cell.
That was the Cell.
Close.
It's a square shape, right?
Have you seen Cube?
Ice Cube.
That's true. It's basically 7 people trapped inside of Ice Cube trying to get out before he starts doing movies for Disney.
I don't know what Cube
happening. Cube is actually a pretty decent movie. Is your wife yelling at you?
Do you have Benadryl? I'm supposed to ask.
Yeah, why?
I don't know. She has.
I have Allegra.
Cialis.
Is she trying I have a big tub of Viagra.
Katie, he has Benadryl.
So BMS and Cube was way earlier.
Want to go home?
No, I don't know why.
Or is she trying to put you to sleep so this stops?
Cube. I'm looking up this Cube movie.
No, it's fine. I have a fucking computer. Why are you looking it up on your phone like a plebe?
I don't know. I just want to look like I'm important.
Yeah, there's like 8 of them.
Whoa! Why aren't we watching? Why aren't we podcasting these movies?
We can do them after we do Saw.
Well, it's too bad because it's not until Cube 5 that Danny Glover enters.
Boom. Can we name this podcast now? Podcast of Terror. Danny Glover enters.
Enter Danny Glover. I mean, I probably could.
It's a Canadian movie.
Yeah, it's pretty decent.
Mad Dees, huh?
Yeah, that's my movie.
90 minutes.
Yeah.
Whoa, budget was $350,000. Okay, well, now I'm talking about Cube.
Yeah, this is not.
On to Saw 2. Enter
Okay.
Donald Wahlberg.
Yes, Saw 2. Enter Donnie Wahlberg.
I think that Saw 2 is pretty much like, how can we make traps?
Yep.
Like, what can we do to make traps and make them blow up on people?
Yeah, the premise of Saw 2 is how do we get a bunch of people who are shit boxes into a house and then trap them into hurting themselves? Because that one dude who looks like he may do meth climbs into the furnace. That one chick jams her hands through the razor blades to try and get the needle. That other chick jumps into a
she gets thrown into the needle pit.
Yeah. The shitbox.
Terry Crews. Right?
Is it really Terry Crews?
No, it's just a buff.
Okay.
A buff guy.
A buff gentleman. Throws her into the needles.
Yep. Little Seventh Heaven girl dies just like in the corner. That one always bummed me out. Like, she doesn't do anything to really think she deserves it, and she's the one who just like dies alone and shit.
Heaven in her butt.
Ruby. She was Ruby, right?
Yes.
That was on before Roswell on the the WB.
Like, oh,
wow.
They probably one of them farted and it scared them all.
Anyways, WB.
I like. Okay.
Seventh Heaven was on before Roswell.
Real quick, I want to give Katie her 37 seconds of fame. This is her 30 or her whatever.
Her podcast.
She's doing our job.
Yeah, Katie's podcast about Saw. 2 people wake up in a room with no recollection of how they got there. Soon discover their pawns in a deadly game perpetrated by a notorious serial killer.
Is that straight up from IMDb?
From Google.
Yeah, there's no Donald Glover reference anywhere in there.
Donald Glover.
Yeah, I don't understand. Where does Donald Glover enter?
So back to.
By the way, Donald Glover not in this film.
And then you find out that Donnie Wahlberg's kid is involved, and then everyone in the
He's
house.
from Jericho.
Yes, everyone from Jericho is in the house. And everyone was arrested by Donnie Wahlberg.
I feel like I think that they all had ties to Donnie Wahlberg.
Yeah, I think he arrested all of them. I think that's what it was. One of the 2 guys was wearing tights. He's not wrong. And I think that's what it was. So every person in the house was arrested by Donnie Wahlberg.
Was he a dirty cop in that movie, or was he?
He was a dirty cop, right, Corey?
The belief is that they were wrongly arrested, or they blame him, and so whether or not he was a good cop is subjective.
Well, and the scapegoat is his kid. That's why
Right.
the kid's also in the house.
He's in the safe. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
Away.
it's one of those things where everybody's keeping secrets from each other, which realistically, how much do you want to trust the people that you're trapped in a murder room with? But if your only choice is to trust the people you're in a murder room with, then maybe things will go a little bit smoother. And it's all the distrust that builds up. It's like an episode of Big Brother, except they introduce weapons, which is definitely what Big Brother needs.
What? That took a turn.
Now we're talking about Big Brother.
All right. So that's the whole movie, right?
I liked Saw 2.
Enter Donnie Wahlberg. I like Saw 2 a lot. Like, I think it's.
I think that's the better. Movie. That's the best one out of all of them. Is Saw 2.
Wasn't the lead actress from this also one of the heroes in Feast that we reviewed quite a while back, Matt? I forgot her name, unfortunately. The thing that I know her most from is playing Charlie's girlfriend on 2.5 Men for a while.
This is gonna be a surprise, Corey, but I drink. I remember liking it. We watched this, right?
Yeah. Feast was a damn good movie. We never made it to the sequels, but I assumed that it would have been 9 hours.
We're a part of. Henry Rollins as coach.
I love Henry Rollins.
Me too. I saw him in Madison a couple years ago.
I saw him in Milwaukee.
Oh. Well, I saw him in Stoughton, actually. The Stoughton Opera House. Spoken word tour.
I saw him at Turner
It's my fault. It's my fault. I'm the one who said Feast. I'm the one who said, wasn't she also? It's my fault. It's always my fault. I can't not make references to other shit.
I'm proud of you. Text my wife. Tell her you love her.
Say hi to your mother for me.
Say hi to your mother for me. Corey, who in Feast is the girlfriend that you're?
Is it Krista Allen?
I unfortunately don't remember her name. I will look it up. I will do this for you.
No,
here we
go.
Somebody's got to, because we're gonna get sidetracked real quick here.
I gotta pee.
That's the sign of getting to where it needs to be. Matt has to pee. Let's move it along. Or Danny Glover.
Ooh, is it Grandma? So this is my actual summary. People cried. There was blood, lots of flashbacks. Some stuff was hard to follow. Not as eloquent as IMDb. Yeah, Katie did not pay any attention to Saw 2. We were literally doing this for her.
Yeah.
And she didn't even watch it.
Well, now we're going to do Nightmare on Elm Street for her.
It was the heroine. It's Navi Rawat.
Oh, okay. Navi. The Navi from
Avatar?
Avatar.
Shut your fucking mouth.
Did you not like Avatar?
I fell asleep.
There's no picture of this gal.
Yeah, right? How am I supposed to know if I'm going to jerk off to her?
I just assumed that you would.
She was in Magnum P.I. Down.
She's not in Saw, though.
No, I was completely wrong.
But
good for me.
Roswell.
And she was in Jack the Dog.
And the OC.
And Numbers.
Project Greenlight.
I like being mistaken.
I appreciate it.
Oh, that's right. She's from Numbers.
Where are we in Saw 2?
Oh, God.
Sleepy.
Were we in it?
We're in it to win it.
I was in, and then I was out, and then I was in, and then Donnie Wahlberg showed up, so I was back in.
All right. So isn't part of the thing, and forgive me if I don't remember this because it's been a really long podcast, but isn't this the reveal that Shawnee Smith is actually now working for Jigsaw, working as...
Yes.
as
she's like his muscle.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is weird because she couldn't...
She's doing all the hard work because he's got cancer.
Yep.
Yeah. She's now involved. And that's again, the thematic tie between the first one and the second one is that someone is in the trap with them. But in the first one, it's Jigsaw's laying on the floor the whole time. I don't really understand why that matters that he's supposed to be in the room, but he is apparently like processing things so he can shock them when he needs to. But it's strange that it all hinges on him being there the whole time. I guess, again, to give him the option of like, if they figure it out and they beat him, he's okay with that. But in this one, they involve her being in there to lead them along and be a part of it and get injected with a bunch of heroin and shit. But at least she's actually a part of the group.
Yeah, that's what I said the entire time.
But I think though that she never, they all had that virus, right? Like the sickness where they were gonna die.
Yeah.
She probably never had that.
Yeah, Seventh Heaven girl died.
Yeah. Seventh Heaven.
She was a cute girl. But that's a good point. You figure that Shawnee Smith never had it, so that if they all fucked up, she was still alive.
She was still gonna live regardless.
Yeah.
She
But
was just
they-
there, I think, to guide them.
She
through
was
the-
wearing that little black number though.
I thought she had like scrubs on.
It's like a 2 hairdo dress.
But
No.
everybody in there has the opportunity to kill each other, and one of the guys is basically going around killing the other ones or letting them die.
Yeah.
And so she could have been murdered.
But
It is a
thrown in the pit of needles, so
Right.
Essentially that somebody tried to kill her, and
Failed.
yeah, that's kind of thing. It's like an initiation in a way for her to be his backup
yeah.
Yeah.
to prove that she's worth her salt for it. And she is so blindly allegiant to him at this point because she makes that whole speech about how he saved her
Yeah.
from what she was, and that's what she's the one who buys into what Jigsaw's story is.
Because didn't she say that in Saw 1 though, right? She was talking about how he saved her when the police are interviewing her, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Is that 1 or 2?
I remember her saying it in this one, but I don't remember it as much in the first
I
one.
think
Maybe she does. Maybe that's
like it could have been a flashback to 1
Maybe.
in 2. And that's another thing that sucks about these movies is they replay a lot of shit and it gets really hard to like keep track of what happens and what.
That's why we need to make that rough cut of Saw.
Fuck, right.
How long do you think that would take?
A long time. Because you'd have to plot out the movies, then you'd have to go cut them apart, then you'd have to reassemble it.
Okay.
I ain't doing it.
Looks like I have my afternoon.
I know what I'm doing tomorrow.
Cancel my meetings. Gotta cut this Saw movie up.
Yeah, I don't know what else.
I wonder what Chris Rock's Saw is gonna be like.
well, if you really want to cash in, you gotta fucking get Danny Glover in there because otherwise nobody's going to talk about
Danny
it.
Glover.
But they got Samuel L. Jackson, which is like the poor man's Danny Glover at this point, right?
Really? Is that the way you go with that?
Just a two-rate Danny Glover, Samuel L. Jackson.
Who is it that somebody mistakenly thought Samuel L. Jackson was? Was it Danny Glover, or there was somebody that they were talking to Samuel L. Jackson and they thought he was another actor, and because it was another black actor, and he's like, "You don't even know who the fuck I am."
Blackter.
Snakes on a Plane. That's a good movie.
That's a great movie. Wow, I just realized what our wives are saying on Facebook.
Are
about
they
this.
talking smack about us?
Yeah. Yeah. It was like an hour ago.
Chicks.
My wife said, wish I could split screen this and 90 Day Fiance.
She's not wrong.
No, it's freaking one of them is way better than the
Thank you, Eric.
Oh, there-
Lawrence.
Lawrence Fishburne. Enough with those mother effing Danny Glovers on this podcast.
other. Yeah, I mean, dude,
Well, unless we talk about Predator 2, we won't have another opportunity to talk about Danny Glover.
no, you're not wrong. I just like there's a lot to say about these movies, but I've been drinking for a lot of time and I'm
But,
sleepy.
I think the thing that we can take from these movies is they weren't planning on making sequels
Nope.
because I don't think they thought that it was going to be as popular as they thought it
Right.
was. And then after number 2, they thought, well, we can make a gazillion sequels.
Right.
And remember, this is
A cash cow.
Blumhouse. This is the not necessarily a start because did they have something to do with the Blair Witch movies or not?
I don't think so.
That I feel like there was something to that, but I could be wrong on that. But this was the launch of them. Now they are like the go-to horror production company for everything. Like you were talking about Hereditary earlier. That's Blumhouse. The distribution for the last Halloween movie was Blumhouse.
I want to say this is Lionsgate.
Is this, or was it Lionsgate and then becomes Blumhouse?
Blumhouse had Paranormal Activity.
Oh, maybe that's what I'm thinking then.
Let's see here.
We're still on the Navi.
Paranormal Activity, The Purge, Get Out, Insidious, Split, Happy Death Day, Sinister.
Those are all Blumhouse?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I mean, Blumhouse is a big deal. That's probably why I assumed that this was them.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain this is Lionsgate.
Or is it Dark Moon?
Ooh.
It's not. I just want to talk about Puppet Master movies.
Just give me a fucking Wikipedia page. The internet's so goddamn hard.
Well, we are in the sticks.
Ugh. All right. Early films.
But it's James Wan.
Yes, that is correct.
So that's my point, is that James Wan goes on to do
A lot of stuff. He did
fucking everything.
Yeah.
Oh, it's highest grossing films. This is fucking stupid. I hate the internet. Just show me what goddamn movies you put out.
Boy, we're gonna be here all night.
Yeah, so James Wan was the writer for the Saw short and then the first Saw movie, and then he started directing them from 2 on through 6.
Juwan.
Just type in James
Or-
Wan
Sorry, producing them at that point.
Look up Saw.
because he had that one movie with Kevin Bacon too.
Sinister?
No, that was shoot, what's his name? Ethan Hawke.
Really?
Ethan Hawke was in Sinister. Yeah.
Oh.
Do you watch movies?
Not really.
He just doesn't review
They're
them.
on.
Yeah, he's like, I put them on and then I just sit there.
Yeah.
Why did you go to saw.com? We're just looking at,
Went to
we're just
Saw
looking at various
Films.
we're just looking at various saws at this point.
I just went to Menards.com. Look at Saws.
Go to James Wan.
Yeah, but I just wanted to see who put out Saw.
Okay, go back then.
No, here we are. What do you want? What
I
do
just
you
want
want?
to see what James Wan did. His
He-
films.
Oh, he did a lot.
Filmography.
Film.
Okay.
Stijn, Saw 0.5, which I didn't know was a thing. Saw 2, Saw 3, Dead Silence, Death Sentence, Saw 4,
Five.
Doggy Heaven,
Okay, we don't care about that.
Saw
Six.
5, 6, Insidious, Saw 3D, Conjuring, Insidious Chapter 2, Annabelle, Demonic, Furious 7. I like this part.
You like Furious 7?
I like when he just starts doing the Fast and Furious.
He did
movies.
Aquaman?
Yes, he did.
Holy
He's
dude.
doing Aquaman 2, and he's producing Tommy Knockers.
Tommy Knockers, huh?
Yeah,
Is Balco going to be in it too?
I hope so.
That'd be cool.
I got turned.
so-
He also did the MacGyver TV show.
If it was MacGruber, I would have been happier.
He's doing the new Swamp Thing too.
They already canceled that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
They canceled it one season.
Ugh.
Lionsgate is who released Saw.
That's what I thought.
But it becomes Blumhouse essentially, because that's what got him funded to make all the rest of the shit.
I didn't realize that all the Hunger Games movies were Lionsgate movies.
And Twilight. Or just that one.
Just yeah. Well, that's just the highest grossing movies. So it
Oh.
could have been all the Twilights, but all those other ones. Somehow the Day After Tomorrow made more money
It's got
than
Keanu in it, so look at 2 of these movies have Keanu.
yeah, you're not wrong.
And then the rest of them have
That man's so
J-Law
fucking
in
rich. Yeah.
and then Wonder.
Yeah.
Owen Wilson.
Don't forget La La Land.
B Master says Blumhouse will find a penny in the couch and finance a movie with it. I think that's the new Spawn movie, actually.
Ouch.
Oh, Beatmaster. You beautiful bastard. Beautiful Swiss Frank, you. Where are we with this? I feel like we're fucking off the rails right now.
We're at Enter Danny
This
Glover.
train has crashed a long time ago.
Do we just want to rate this movie?
Did Sonny Wahlberg died at the end? I don't remember.
Not this one, right?
No, yeah, because he's in a couple of
He's
them.
in a few of them.
Yeah.
What a twist.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't matter because they play him out of fucking timelines.
Say hi to your mother for me.
Who's your favorite? Like, okay. Do you like
Who's your
Donnie
favorite new
better
kid?
or
Are you
Mark?
going to be raping me in the butt when you're saying that?
Donnie? Do you like Donnie better?
Yeah, Mark's kind of a dick mouth.
Wow. I was what do you think of the Wahlburgers?
It's very mediocre. Have you ever eaten one?
I've never eaten there.
Corey, have you eaten a Wahlburgers?
No.
It's not that great. Like the buns are really shitty and the burgers are really mediocre.
Really?
and- yeah.
Do you think you get a better one in Boston?
No.
Okay.
Go to Kuma's in Chicago. You can fucking finance
But
sack of meat.
That's
right
the thing
there.
though, like, well, Mark Wahlberg won't be there.
No. No. But
Say
the
hi to
odds
your
of him
mother.
actually being at the one in Boston are probably slim to none too.
But there's probably better chances of a Wahlberg at the Wahlburgers in Boston than there is at
Yes.
the Cool.
Yeah, but that's like showing up at a restaurant called Baldwin's, and the only one you fucking see is Steven.
I would be okay. I'd be okay with Steven because I love the movie Biodome
That's a good movie.
and Celebrity Mole.
It's also a good
He
movie.
lost his mind on Celebrity Mole. Him and Corbin Burnson. Out of all the Baldwins, I would have to go with Steven being my favorite because he went crazy.
He's pretty good. He's not wrong.
And I love Biodome.
Biodome's
But you look at the level of sanity through the rest of the Baldwins,
Yeah.
and it's not even a cliff. It's like falling off the curb and just hitting crazy on the way down. It's
I had a one-on-one with my boss, and he was talking about like some plan or whatever. And
Schaumburg is Chicago.
Katie, there's a Kuma's in Chicago and Schaumburg, and the West Loop and Indianapolis. Get on my level.
Okay, talk about your boss.
Yeah, so he made some comment, and I just looked at him and I said, "You're thinking locally. You gotta think globally."
Chilling with the weasel.
Oh, I love Biodome.
okay. So
Okay, so
there's
people
a missed opportunity right there. I would love to see Pauly Shore in a Saw movie, and just be like every scene is just him dying in a Saw trap.
Just he's the only one that keeps on getting trapped.
and just like the Jigsaw can be played like a 3D animated Sam Kinison, and just ripping him to shit left and right in the fucking thing. I would love that. Just like bring him back like Tupac.
Gonna go grab it. Oh, my hand's stuck. You must cut your head off.
It's just live or die.
Yeah.
Will you eat the cheese whiz,
yeah.
or will you eat your rest?
Oh, another slushy machine. Better put my face under here.
Your face is trapped now. You must die. It's not slushy, it's acid.
And in Erica's honor, we'll somehow work Screech in there.
The B Squad saw with Screech and Pauly Shore. Stephen Baldwin. Andy Dick.
I'd pay to see.
Like I feel like both Urkel needs to be in it, yet I don't hate Jaleel White in the way that
Oh, he could be in it too. They could try to have a nerd. Like they could be trapped in a room together.
I despise Urkel so much. But Jaleel White is actually a pretty cool guy.
Unless he drinks a concoction, turns into Stefan
Oh,
Okay, Stefan can go.
or Cal.
Just the suavest motherfucker ever to live.
So, anyways,
Yeah, I don't
Danny
even
Glover
remember.
enters.
Yeah, Danny Glover shows up in Saw 1. Corey, do you just want to rate this?
Oh God,
Are we
the
rate
podcast
movies?
Yeah.
Or the podcast?
movie.
No, so we do it on
Okay, tell me how we do this.
a fuck, kill, marry.
Okay, this is the Mary podcast.
Not the show, the movies.
Oh,
Would-
as far as podcasts go, I'd marry this podcast.
I'll be back every week. No, we won't.
Yeah, here hey,
Our download numbers will not
I
go
think
up
the
that
opportunity is there for you to marry this podcast because
you
neither of you are
find
going on
this?
your live.
much. Yeah, I fucking hated that movie.
I was okay with it.
I
The
didn't
life
like
of
it.
David Gale.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what else you guys did here. Lost Boys. Okay, that's cool. I love
Yeah.
Lost Boys. Kiss meets the. Oh, okay. Hold on. Funny story. Kiss meets the Phantom of the Park.
So bad.
There was a video store where I grew up in Janesville, Wisconsin, called Family Video. No, it wasn't Family Video. It was called.
Blockbuster.
No, it was a locally owned video store.
Preferred video.
Preferred Video. That's it.
We had them in Sheboygan too.
And so they had a deal where it was like 5 video rentals for $20.
It's just you could rent Kiss
For the
meets
whole week.
Phantom of the
And
Park.
so we had a cottage up by the Dells or something that didn't have cable. So we would go to Premiere Video, rent the 5 videos, and we'd go to our cottage. And my brother, all he wanted was Kiss meets the Phantom of the Park, is what he wanted. So my mom's like, okay, well, we'll add it to the thing. We'll rent it. So we put it in at the cabin, and we're watching. And all of a sudden, this big censor thing comes up about how censorship in America is wrong. You shouldn't be doing it, and like it's ruining the rights of all Americans and stuff. And also, like, just cut to
TMRC.
a hardcore porn video. My mom freaking tackles us. Go in your bedroom! Instantly, somebody had peeled the Kiss at the Phantom Park label off and put it over a porno so they can keep the I don't know. They wanted to keep the Kiss at the Phantom Park.
That a deeper plot.
So yeah. So I've never got to see Kiss meets the Phantom of the Park. So then the next, when my mom returned those videos, she lit them up good. So we got a month of free rentals.
I wonder how long that video sat on the shelf.
Exactly right. Nobody said any like I don't know.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah. So I've never got to see Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park.
Was it actual porn or was it just like a Shannon Tweed movie?
It was a legit porn. I don't know. Like my mom, pretty much, we saw boobies and a dick starting to move around, and then she pretty much just, "You guys are out of here." So I didn't get to see it. I don't know. Like I don't know what it was, or if it was
Like, is that your definition of porn? Because if you want to see boobies and a dick move around, that is this show.
Well, yeah, it was like, we were in elementary school. I don't remember how old we were, but we were pretty much out the room instantly. Like my mom was pretty much just wrangling us out of there. My dad was like, "I'll take this." It was like, game over for us.
I do want to compliment your parents on being willing to sit in a room for Kiss Meets a Phantom of the
Right?
Park.
Well, you got to think it was the cottage, so there wasn't a whole lot to do. So we were going to watch Kiss Meets the Phantom at the park.
And you know what? I'm just gonna strangle fuck it here in front of mom and pop and hope that they don't actually notice the movie if it's playing.
Exactly. So I often imagine to think about what would have happened if they weren't there when we were watching that movie and how long we would have watched it until we realized it wasn't a Kiss movie.
It would probably be familial hand jobs, right?
Yeah,
It
we would have
just
been like, me and my brother, like, what's happening to
well,
us?
it's not gay, really. We can do this. It's fine. I was born ahead of you. I make the rules. That's what it would be, right?
Yeah. But yeah, so that was my my experience. So I've never got to see Kiss at the Phantom of the Park.
Kiss at the Phantom.
But I got to see boobies and a D kind of moving and a V.
Yeah, when I was a kid, we went to see, I don't remember what the fuck it was, but I remember we wound up like at the drive-in, some Tarzan movie with Bo Derek was playing.
Okay.
And I'm not supposed to be paying attention to this part. I think there was a movie before it that was like appropriate for me, but they expect him to be asleep by the time Tarzan started. And then it's Bo Derek, and it's just like, well, of course we're going to have Bo Derek's tits out because, this is the 80s. This is what we do with Bo Derek. And I guess, like, I'm hearing my dad and my stepmonster describing the scene like, oh, and now the monkey's involved. And I'm like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. But they made me turn around in the car and look out the back window. Now, in the back window behind me is some other way worse movie going on. So they're not looking back there. And I'm just like, there's a lot of fucking going on in this movie behind us. But I'm 8 and I know to shut the fuck up. Anyway, I never saw Tarzan with Bo Derek's tits, and I don't know if the monkey fucked her.
What the fuck did I miss? I sat while I peed, by the way.
You sat down?
Fuck yeah.
Did you ever notice that if you do sit down, if you face the tank, you have like a little shelf to read a book?
Yeah. So you can put chocolate milk on there.
There you go.
Hey, you didn't hear the seat stick to my sweaty butt cheeks as I stood up?
I did not. I tried to pee around your dog kennel in the other bathroom.
I told you to go to the fucking different bathroom.
I didn't know there wasn't one over there.
There's literally where we're sitting. There's the next door over as a
By the
bathroom.
way,
Mike goes to the opposite side of the house.
Here's what he tells me. Get me a Truly. Okay, the fridge is by the other bathroom, so of course I'm gonna be.
That's like the implication of I tried to pee around your dog trough or whatever it was. Not I did it.
Foster dog is taking up a bathroom right now.
Not I put up a good fight. It just like
I saw Kiss once.
Did you really?
Yeah, when I was 12 years old.
Really? That's cool.
Yep, it was the second farewell tour.
Who was on drums? Peter Criss?
Peter Criss.
Was it really?
Yeah. I have my dad has the VHS tape of the show.
Really? Did he happen to steal a Kiss at the Phantom Park from Premiere Video in Gainesville, Wisconsin in 1994?
So it was still Freely? It was Ace Frehley in the band too, or did it go up to like Vinnie Vincent at that point?
No, it was Ace Frehley.
Really? You had the whole original lineup?
Yeah.
That's actually
We're
impressive.
talking 1997.
Still though, I didn't know that they had the whole group there for that.
Mm-hmm.
Beth, I hear you calling. I love that song.
But I can't hear.
Sometimes I'll pretend to play piano. If I see a piano somewhere, I'll pretend to play it and sing Beth.
God.
Sebastian. Double S.
Even Erica knows what's. I wonder what Sebastian's up to right now.
He's sleeping on the couch with
There you go, figure.
dick out.
Just,
So,
yeah,
you guys do some good movies.
Yeah, Katie. So you're complaining about how I don't admit that Sebastian's my own, yet you fucking did not ever point. You did not react to the picture I sent at 6:09 p.m.
We were busy. Driving. She was driving.
That's what I figured. Because that's ever stopped her. I have a picture of her with a dog on her lap, on her phone, eating like a fucking ham
Oh,
sandwich
yeah,
and
fun
drinking a
hits.
power soda.
True.
And you
Pow-
can't.
Power soda.
Yeah, right.
Let me get my power soda. Coca-Cola.
It's a soda that
Busy
provides-
getting busy.
Shut the fuck
True
up. Ah.
I'm gonna feel really bad if this is the show that makes me call into work. It's
Corey,
like,
Why
this is
are
going
you-
all night, brother. So, anyways, back to
Should
Saw
have got more truly. So Danny Glover shows up.
with Donnie Wahlberg in the
With-
car.
Yeah, we have Donnie Glover shows up.
Donnie Glover.
Danny Wahlberg.
Nick Cage.
Sweet.
You
Nick
know-
Cage plays the Cage in Saw 3.
Nick Cage is the guy holding Danny Glover, whispering in his ear.
Your choice. You need to watch
Yeah.
another one of my movies.
Yes,
I feel like, okay,
Yes, Eric, I scratched my nose with the microphone.
on a side note, I feel like Nick Cage at his house has just like stacks of just scripts.
Probably.
And when he's like bored, he's like, "Oh, see, what am I gonna do today?
Right.
Okay, we'll do Mandy. We'll do this one." Okay.
Every once in a while, he moves one. He finds Action Comics #1 sitting there. He's like, "Oh, I thought I lost this in
Yeah,
divorce."
Just a tip. What is he as 12? Riley just goes, "What is Glover?" Riley, go to bed.
Yeah, dude. It's
What time is it? 9:52.
9:52.
Danny Glover is a saint.
You know what else? I feel bad the fact that it is almost 11 o'clock for Corey and he has to work. in the
Oh
morning.
shoot, Corey,
Yeah.
go to bed. We'll continue.
Yeah. Yeah.
I am terrified that I will get up, leave the show, and come back in the morning to turn off my computer or something, and you will still be there. That will be sleep in his chair, and you will be. I am pissed off because his has wheels, and you're still sitting on that piece of shit.
I'm trying to wheel him out of his chair so I can take it.
I expected to come back from the bathroom and you be. in
Oh
this chair.
dang! I didn't think of that.
You fucked up.
You guys are nothing with Corey. Without
You mean that? Yeah, without.
there'll still be Danny Glover's.
And you will still be here watching.
And then Danny Glover entered.
Yep. Danny
Watching
Glover
a
shows
video
up.
camera of Carrie Ilwis's house. Did he hold on? Did he have a video camera pointed at Carrie's house? Because he thought he was a killer, right?
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
The weird Zeb guy had cameras in the house. Zeb, sorry. Because he was watching the family because of his game.
I had a professor in college once who had a kid, and he named him Zebulon after one of the 12 tribes of Israel, and his nickname was Zeb.
Yeah, that kid never got made fun of.
So that's that. That's a real name.
That sucks to be that kid. Uh-oh.
Beth, I hear you calling.
All right, so
This podcast has already gone
I
on
feel like we're
longer
getting
than
the hook.
yeah, I think my wife's pretty.
Let's go, girl.
She's gonna come back in here and start yelling at us.
Yeah, I know.
Although
Shut
she
it.
won't because Mike's here. Randy's here.
She'll be cool.
Yeah.
Please end the show.
We still have to rate it.
Oh, 10.
10. Yeah, Erica's an hour ahead too, so she's
Where's
probably
she?
has to
Where?
put
Hey,
it
where's
back.
she at? New York City.
Philadelphia.
Philly. Say hi to your mother for me.
Say hi to your mother for me.
Philadelphia.
All right.
Texas.
All right. Let's rate this.
Oh, hey. Speaking of Philadelphia, not to sidetrack this.
No.
again. I won't even say it.
Nope. Say it.
So one time we were training, we had this kid, and he was from Philadelphia, and Hornswoggle legit looks at him and goes, "Texas, huh? Must be hot down there." That's it. I was like, "Do you think Philadelphia is in Texas?" He's like, "Where's it at then?" I'm like, "Pennsylvania."
For someone that has
Traveled the world.
yes,
Doesn't know where Philadelphia is.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's been to Philadelphia.
I would hope so.
Multiple times.
A few times. But yeah, so apparently he thought he was in Texas.
Jesus.
God damn, it's hot in December in Philadelphia.
Okay, rate it.
All right, Mary Fuck Kill. I guess you could do each movie independently unless they're. the
Are you
same.
asking me?
Yeah, you have to start. You're the guest.
I would marry, fuck, kill.
Yeah.
I would fuck Saw 1.
Okay.
I would marry Saw 2.
Ooh, it's not bad.
You capitalized on
yeah,
it.
I-
Why?
Fat fingered.
You got the caps lock on there, brother.
Corey, how about you?
I would probably fuck Saw 1 and then with my limp useless dick try to fuck Saw 2, but it probably wouldn't happen.
Give it the old college try. I'm gonna agree with Randy. I'm gonna fuck Saw 1. I'm gonna marry Saw 2.
Saw 2's the best.
It really is. I think it's a lot of the shit that they did. It was new and inventive, and then as they continued to go on, it was just like, how do we one up the last?
They were just trying to figure out how to kill people better.
Right.
Like, what can we do
Right.
differently to kill people?
Right, and it kind of lost its luster.
By the way, I really want to thank you again for giving me the opportunity to talk about me fucking things weekly on the show and how disgusting that must sound to everybody who's ever seen a picture of me.
yeah, no, that's fine. This is only 2.5 hours long, and people are complaining about it.
People
By
are
the way, the next time I do legitimately have sex with my wife, I'm
What's
going to
the-
walk in naked and say, "Enter Danny Glover."
That's
What's the
what we do
iTunes? Do we have iTunes reviews yet on this?
on this episode?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, I would love to hear them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go on iTunes and be like, "This is the best one ever." Bring Randy back.
If something comes up, I'll let you know.
That's what she said.
Hey,
We should do episodes of The Office too. I got all sorts of ideas for us guys. This is the start of a beautiful relationship.
but The Office is not a horror TV show.
It doesn't have to be. This is all sorts of stuff.
It is if you watch it
With
backwards.
Randy.
Randy and Friends.
Well, I just had a really good idea.
Well, let's hear it.
I can't say it on an episode because it'll ruin everything.
It's like a Saw thing.
Kind of.
Okay, tell me later.
Yeah. Well, I can tell about you later. But yeah. So Corey, I don't know. Make up an outro.
Outro Danny Glover.
Enter Danny
Glover.
God damn it. We got a revolving door for Danny Glover.
I hope I remember this.
Hey
one.
guys, did you listen to this? What the fuck? But if you did and you want to really give it to us, go to iTunes, leave us a review. I'm not asking you to be nice, not even a little bit. If you want, you can email us. Jesus fucking Christ, we should never get
email is
emails.
not Jesus fucking Christ, man.
But we're PoT at gncast.com. Also at gncast.com, you can go and find information about this show and the other shows the Galactic Network does. As Randy pointed out, we do have a Facebook page that we don't use. So good luck with social media, guys. And you can find Matt on Untapped. You can find me pretty much nowhere at this point. And Randy's at ACW Wrestling. You want to tell people?
Pew Pew Fits.
Was that a no?
What was that?
Yeah, sorry. We were busy yelling.
Yeah. Do you want to tell people where to find and support your wrestling
Yeah,
career?
you can go to acwwrestling.com and you can find out about ACW Wrestling, or you can go to Pew Pew Fits at Instagram and Twitter. Follow me there, and you can find more information about where I'm going to be or what we're doing with wrestling in Wisconsin. That's it.
That's it.
And enter Danny Glover.
And Danny Glover shows up for the first time ever.
Can we get him on the show, you think?
He's probably not very busy.
Unless he's shooting Predator 3,
Which already happened.
Predator 4.
Already happened.
Hey, have you guys seen the new Predator movie?
Yeah, it's not good.
With the one with, what's his face, Adrian Brody? Yep. I haven't seen it yet.
Not very
That's not the new one.
There's a newer one?
There is newer than Predators. The
There was one
Predator
that was on
came out
HBO.
last year. Shane Black directed it.
Wasn't it the Predator?
Has Keegan Michael Key in it.
Yeah, that's the one. Isn't Adrian Brody in that one?
Nope.
Yeah.
Adrian Brody's in the one before that with Topher Grace.
Oh.
Oh, which
And
one?
motherfucking... Never mind. I'm just... not gonna talk
Motherfucker
about it because
Joe?
that'll be another 10 minutes and we're going to wait for Danny Glover to enter.
And then I went in my mom's purse.
Really
Motherfucker.
fucked over.
Motherfucker.
Oh.
Wait, hold on. Katie says no pew pews. You know what that means? Pew pew.
Brody, that's my dude. Yeah.
That's your dude? Pew pew to that.
Yeah, right. No pew pew all over his face.
So, I thought Adrian Brody was in the one that I just saw on HBO, but that's the new one with Olivia Munn.
He is not in the one with Olivia Munn. He's in the one with Lawrence Fishburne or Samuel Jackson, depending on how
Forrest
racist.
Whitaker, you mean?
Yeah, I don't. Is Danny Glover in it?
No.
Predators.
Is Predators the newest one?
No, The
It was
Predator is the newest one. My God. Predators is from 2010.
What'd she say?
I can't even handle that.
The Predators.
Oh yeah, okay. The Predator.
That's what I'm thinking. Let's see.
Oh boy.
Keegan Michael Key.
Yeah. Olivia
She's not
Munn.
even. Where's she at? Oh, there she is.
Olivia Munn's right here.
Sterling Brown. Good for him.
Huh. All right. Yeah, so I guess that's gonna do it for another episode of the podcast here. I'm entirely too drunk to taste this chicken. We'll talk to you guys next week.
Pew pew.
Stay scary.
All right, I'm gonna stop this YouTube stream because this shit's gotten a little too